This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately.
It's a house!
You know, that's just one step above stupid. 5 brain cells, 4 aren't working.
Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, this music fits this. Oh man, I gotta admit, there's some weird shit going on now. I'm not one of those people. You know, listen. There's a lot of people that watch my show for a long time. They've seen it. I'm not a conspiracy person of any sort, but there was somebody who made a comment underneath one of the videos, and I was like, really? God, let me go look. And man, it's absolutely nuts, man. You guys got to go out there and share the video really quick so people don't go, what happened? What is it? What is it? What is it? So make sure to go out and share the live stream. Really weird shit, man. And I've even figured out exactly... Remember when I said a minute ago, you guys? Well, not a minute ago, an hour or two ago when we were doing the live stream of the full length thing, and I said... Well, I wrote in there that it's only 58 minutes. Well, I even put it in the description that it's 58 minutes and some odd seconds. Well, I actually found exactly where that missing time is. I mean, the exact amount. And it's at a time where you just go, oh God, here we go. It's really almost absurd. It's crazy. But we're not going to be able to get started until we get at least 250 people in here. We had more people watching a premiere than... I mean, YouTube doesn't give you that many... like, this is my third show of the day, so they don't do the... What do you call it? Notifications. So it's going to rely on you guys to have to go out and share it with other people that you know that are watching. Look at, like, everybody keeps saying hello, and they're not like, wow, what is it that you're going to point out? You know, it's just still hello, 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 welcome to the show. Hello, 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 10, 20, 25, 30, hello, 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 hello. See, all you have to do is just come in and say hello. Hello, everybody, okay? You don't need to say hello to this person, hello to that person. And if you're on the other side of it and they don't say hello back to you when you say hello specifically to them, and they just say hello, everybody, don't be offended by it, you know? Hey, earlier when I said hello to Zozo, she just said hello, everybody back, and I really wanted her... But come on, you guys. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys ready? Did you hear Gray? He's mad at people for saying hello. No, I specifically didn't say that. As a matter of fact, I don't mind people saying hello. It's just there's got to be a point where you don't need to say hello to the 75 other people who said hello. Mathematically, that would mean there'd be something like 75,000 chats of just hello. Gosh, Gray, I really like to say hi to people. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so here we go. Here we go, everybody. First, well, here's what we'll do. While we're waiting for other people to get here, I'm going to bring up this... remember yesterday I was telling you about the serial killer Portland? Check this thing out. Can I get a boom here? I mean, somebody emailed me and said, Gray, I was right. What are you talking about? Are you saying that I wasn't or something? I mean, I've been saying this the whole time. I went out to the sites. Investigators link suspicious death of 4 women in Northwest Oregon. Person of interest found. I'm going to read the other document first here. It's this joint press release here. Check this thing out right here. Joint release information links 4 victims in ongoing death investigations. Persons of interest identified. Person of interest, not persons. Investigators and prosecutors from multiple law enforcement agencies, and I've said that 4 of them seem to be connected, have been working collaboratively on numerous death investigations in Northwest Oregon, and they have determined that there are links between 4 cases: Kristen Smith, Charity Perry, Bridget Webster, and Ashley Real. These investigators and prosecutors from 9 different law enforcement agencies have been in regular communication and have been working collaboratively in these investigations for several months. These agencies include the Gresham Police Department. I'm not going to read through all those. No charges have been filed against anyone in connection with any of these 4 death investigations. Investigators have interviewed multiple people in connection with these cases and have identified at least 1 person of interest that is linked to all 4 of the decedents. I mean, what are the odds of that? Based on the available information to investigators, there is not believed to be any active danger to the community, and the reason is because he's in jail currently for breaking parole, and our idiot governor, Kate Brown, is one that got him out early. This guy got him out of prison early because of, oh, he's probably okay. I heard he read the Bible every once in a while. So he got out, and now they've revoked that. And she's not the governor anymore, though. As these are ongoing deaths, the cause and manner of death is in each case remains undetermined by the Oregon State Medical Examiner. February 19th was Kristen Smith, missing report filed with the Gresham Police Department. April 24th, Charity Lynn Perry, Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. I've gone to all of these crime scenes, and I have video. Bridget Leanne Ramsey, Ashley Real, 22. Investigators continue to seek the public's help in each of these investigations. These are the different individuals. Charity Perry, Bridget Webster, she was found out sort of by Multnomah Falls out there. Ashley Real, and this is Ashley Real here. This is Webster, Charity Perry, and Kristen Smith. Yeah, this is the one, Charity Perry was one in the culvert by Multnomah Falls. So this is the guy right here. I mean, his name is Jesse Lee Calhoun, and you want to see where he lived? I mean, this is crazy too. He lived right where, if you take my 3 circles of the crime scenes that I've had up for a long time, this one apparently isn't one of the ones they're listing, but he lived right there at some point. And that's his latest address, right in the middle of this damn thing. Okay? And he's got a huge record. So this is... there's so many weird cases and things coming to sort of like this weird nexus going on right now. Have you noticed that? Just every single day there's some other... And this is one we've been covering the whole time. I mean, Kristen Smith, and then they referred to 3 others, and then I actually drove out to this one, Ashley Real. I went out to the culvert. It was actually on video. So after we go over the stuff going on with Carlee and the video there, we'll go back over this and watch some of the videos from the crime scenes out there. Right? But I believe this, I believe from the very beginning that at least 3 or 4 of these were connected. I thought that Joanna Speaks was, and she still might be, because they think, it's possible, that the person's related to others. So the ones that they just verified was this Bridget and Real right there. And look how far away out of town each one of these bodies is placed. It's pretty crazy. And then, where's the other one? We have to, yeah, we'll just look that up later. Okay, we'll do that after this, okay? Because I know most people probably want to watch the other video. Yeah, it's crazy. If you don't get if YouTube doesn't put out notifications, you don't get very many people watching. Pretty sad. All right, well, here we go. So I removed the first part because we've watched the video multiple times, and there was no vehicles that pulled over or anything like that. But one of the commenters in the comments said, "Well, what's going on at 9:30:04?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let me go look." And it's the missing time is right around the time that her car goes flashing, like a minute later. It's parked and flashing, but watch this thing. So this right here is either a glitch or something else. And I'm more into like, okay, it's literally a glitch, like it's actually a glitch, or it is intentionally removed by somebody. But who would do that? Okay, because when you see what's missing, you'll just go, that's freaking crazy. All right? I mean, you will say that when I show you this. All right, so here we go. I'm going to move it right around in the spot right here. So let's just go to like 9:29:54 right here. Let me go to this monitor. It's bigger. All right, so watch. See that car? Watch this right here. Watch this right here. Do you see this car right here? Watch this car right there. Watch it. No, not that one. This one. See this vehicle right there? So let's rewind it a little bit. Okay, I gotta fast forward it. So we'll see it coming into play here in a second. Yeah, see, it's putting a right turn signal on, but it's in it's in the lane right next to the lane that she went in, right? Thanks, Cheyenne R, Cindy J, Allie Cake. See how it has the blinker on? It wants to turn over into the what do you call this lane over here? Watch. So and I checked specifically to see if it had just switched lanes and forgot to turn its blinker off, right? But it didn't. See, this is the vehicle right there. So it's driving, and it intentionally puts the right signal on to go into the shoulder, right? Now watch. Look where the spot is that she pulled over is right there, right? See, this is mile marker 11.4 right there. All right. So pay attention right here. 11.4, and there's that sign. And here it goes. Watch. He's driving, and then right there, boom, gone. I mean, are you kidding me? And then check it out. This is how long it is where there's footage missing. Right here. So this will be exactly, now everything is completely timed up. What I did was I took the end of the video and I linked it up to the end of, I put 10 o'clock at the very end, and I put 9 o'clock at the very start, and then I figured out where the glitch was. So then I took, because it was only 58 seconds long, 58 minutes and 58 minutes, and some odd seconds, I moved the other part of the video to the end, and then there's this gap in there of exactly the same amount of time. So this is how much time is missing from this video right here. Don't you think that's insane that part that's missing? I mean, when I see stuff, I just go, oh yeah, that's bullshit, This right here is weird because it's the only time in the whole video that anybody was slightly even thinking of pulling over. Okay? I mean, you got to admit, there's a really good chance it's just a random glitch because they happen all the time on videos like this. But here's the one part that's weird about it. See, this is still playing. This is how much time is missing, right? And I'm going to show you something here in a second. Watch this. It's the only portion missing in the entire hour. That is, that's suspicious, right? A little weird. I have to be honest with you there. It could just be totally random, just like, you know, Moab and Brian Laundrie. And then here it comes. It starts up again, right there. In the video, it's just immediately, though. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Hold on. I think it's how this part has it. Let's see. Yeah, it's still blinking. Here is where, right there. So I need to slide that over a little bit. Right there. Okay. All right, so it goes straight from that shot, and then there's a minute. So this is 9:31:50. See that? Now let's go over here to where it ends, and that is 9:30:04. All right. So that is a minute. What is that? 46. A minute 46 missing. Now watch this. Here's the full surveillance footage right there. And I'm going to say, right here it says speed and duration. It's 58:14. You add 1 minute and 46 seconds to that, and you get 60 minutes. All right, so that proves that the only missing time is exactly right there. Don't you think that's weird? You can't see my screen as good as I can, but so basically what I'm saying, see this little gap right down here? That's exactly a minute 46. It fills in. The video itself is 58 minutes and what was it, 14 seconds or something? I can't remember now. But man, you gotta admit that is like the timing of that. You know, it could just be totally random. That's the question, I guess the FBI, when they went over there, go, where's the missing time? Well, FBI, if you're watching, here's where the missing time is. Right when a car is signaling to go onto the shoulder of the road, exactly in the same place where, I mean, see, you guys know me, right? I'm not a conspiracy person, but this is one of those things where you look at it and go, wow, that is really weird. Hey, thanks, John Wolf. Yeah, this one cost me $250 to get the this footage, and it's actually really important. Look at there it is, blinking, 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 blinking. Dawn. We don't get to see it, and then a minute 46 seconds later, it shows up over. It missed that much time, and then we're just right here. So if you weren't like paying attention, you wouldn't see it. Yeah, it could be LM, but maybe it's something you don't need to know, you know, or maybe it's something you don't need to know. They don't do that. These are just camera. This is camera footage. But here's the problem with it. You'd have to assume that somebody over at the company who gets all the files and puts them together somehow was told or made to remove that little portion right there. Yeah, it was somebody in the comments saw it. I just went and proved it and found that was the entire missing segment, and why the video, if you look in the description of my last live stream earlier, you'd look into it and see that that is the exact missing time that from the length of the entire video. See, stuff like that is weird, right? And then it isn't too much longer after that where her vehicle shows up on the scene. It does start changing this. So here's what's interesting now, is after fixing that, I know we are right on very likely the correct time here, as long as the video does start at 9 and does end at 10. Before, it was just kind of like, yeah, who knows where we're at because it's missing time. Now we're really close. So let's see when this could be. It seems like now it's going to be like 35 or, you know, like later, because there it is. So there's the blinking. So this is what we were looking at on the last live stream. See her brake or hazard lights, I mean, are blinking right here. They're just going blink, blink. And her car is stopped at this point at 9:33. And so what this shows you is that she made that 911 call, if it was at 9:34, while parked right here. All right, see how we're just nailing it down now, you guys? Well, this is a 3 minutes. She's parked there with their hazard lights blinking. All right. Now, by the way, everybody, if you guys would like to help support the channel, allows me to keep doing these shows all the time, and at the end of the month, I donate over 50% of the net revenue to various true crime-related charities, and we have a DNA fund with 12 different cases we're currently funding through Identifinders International. We have a really good relationship with Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick, and that allows us to keep doing that. It also allows me to make an income on this channel to keep doing it. All right, so if you can help out, that'd be great. This did, just this video alone right here was $250, which is equivalent to about $350 in super chats, because YouTube takes out a large chunk. All right. So look at that. Let's just go back to when it started blinking. So right about here, I see a little bit of redness there. So 9:33:13. I think it's sort of driving up to the scene. You can see it build up a little bit. So it pulls in. So right there, it's already stopped. So let's go back a little bit. Okay, so I think right around in there, it's just pulled up and stopped. So look how it's still, 9:33:22, blinking. Nobody else is doing that. It's her vehicle. Hey, thanks, Rios. Hit that like button, everybody. That doesn't cost you a nickel. And so remember, we were told that the 911 call was at 9:34, right? So that means the 911 call had occurred while this car is parked in this location. Her vehicle is parked right here, blinking its hazard lights. She's doing the 911 call. So that actually gives, believe it or not, a little bit more to where she pulled over and saw something, maybe a lure of some sort, it does do this. See, I'm just going with what we're learning as we go. She pulls over. That's when this happened, where she sees somebody, and then maybe she's taken away, because we don't see another car either. So I guess what we have to look at is there another car that seems to be accelerating just before this car takes off? She could actually be, another car could have pulled over and something could have happened. And then she even does scream and all that stuff, and she's elsewhere. This guy, then somebody else gets in her car, drives up and parks it up there, and they get out, and they're the ones that run through the woods. So that is a possibility now where it wasn't before. Or at least it was a possibility, but there was nothing to verify it. There's still nothing to verify that part, but we do know that the car stopped now for almost 3 minutes. The 911 call's over now. Now she's talking to a family member. And is this when something weird happened? Right here? And no, that's not an ATV, everybody. And it might mean absolutely nothing, too. It just could mean that she stopped there for 3 minutes. See how it's blinking, blinking, blinking? So we're 9:35:53. So if we go back, let me go back when it started again. I think it was pretty close to right in here. Right after these. Yeah, there you go. So she pulls up. You can literally see the car pulling up and then stopping just out of the camera view. I mean, literally If the car was forward probably another 20 feet, you'd be able to see the lights. You can see how bright it is right there. So okay, 9:33:21. All right. And at 9:35:50 something, I think we were still there blinking. See that? So we're at 2 minutes and 40 seconds now. Blink, still blinking. Yeah, that's 3 minutes right there. 3 minutes. It was 33:21. So 9:33:21. She made that 911 call, and there it goes. Now it's pulling off, but is it her driving that car now? You know, that's the thing, is now we don't really know. Before it was just, oh yeah, she got something to eat and just drove right over there. And by the way, everybody, this makes it so the looping isn't necessary. The weirdness of looping isn't necessary. She sees a kid, pulls over with their hazard lights. She's sitting there, maybe talking to the kid. Then, I'm not saying this is possible, but you don't need the loop now. The goofy loop doesn't need to be there now. Okay? I still think it's more likely she did something on her own, but it's starting to shift to like, wow, okay, there's some oddness here where there's something possible. So no, there's no way to tell, Zozo. So you've got the vehicle right here pulling away after 3 minutes of stopping, and then it continues on in the hazard lane. So apparently it was in the hazard lane already. Is she the one that's driving this vehicle now? You know, that part's weird. I don't know why you would move it. I mean, that's exactly right. Like, those are the other oddities. You know, why move it? Why not just abduct her and then leave the car sitting right there? Why just move it right down the road? But you can see maybe the car moves down the road, the guy digs through, throws everything on the ground. But then why didn't you take the purse with you? Why didn't you, there's stuff you should have taken that you were going to steal. So, anyways, there's somebody getting out of the car right there, walking around. Somebody is standing there. It's likely her. Huh. Yeah, well, no, see, it doesn't make any sense. Every time you think of something, it doesn't make sense. And it's like... And it was weird. Remember that motion you see go this way? Well, then right after that, it seems like something comes back. Yeah, like right there, it looked like something maybe went over there. And then it sucks how it just gets brighter and brighter. It feels like there's still somebody standing, but they're way tall. So it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I think that's kind of what you gotta look at now. Is I mean, this is just astronomically weird. Let me show you what it looks like in real time when you're watching it. So watch over here. In 3 seconds, that car puts its blinkers on. Now watch this. That's what it looks like. Boom, just gone. Nothing there, right? So what I did was I figured out how much time is missing by then taking the rest of the video and placing that at the 10 o'clock mark, and then I was able to determine that there's a minute 46 seconds missing from the time of the glitch to when it starts up again, which absolutely, if you go to this right here, speed and duration, on the screen right there, it says 58:14. You add 46 to that, and you get 1 hour exactly. I mean, it's just, you add 1 hour, 1 minute and 46 seconds to that, and you get 1 hour exactly. So that is where the missing time is. For anybody out there that was curious, it's right there. And isn't it weird, though, you guys? I mean, let me just do it in slow-mo. So this car, I don't think he's in the scene yet. Or maybe it is. Yeah, this vehicle right there. Watch how it does not have its right blinker on at all. So keep watching this car right here. It does not have its right blinker on. And it's driving. And then, for some reason, it turns its right blinker on right where you'd expect somebody to start kind of pulling over. And guess where he was about to pull over-ish would be right near mile marker 11.4 in the sign, except it just goes away. It completely disappears, and for a minute 46, the clock ticks, and there's nothing. No, it is her car, Ella. That's her car that pulled over. Law enforcement even said they're using the video, they're using the traffic camera video. And I actually, when I messaged the person, he said the FBI has even got the same footage earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, I'm not one of those people that believes in glitches, but that's really suspicious in nature, given the fact what's going on here, that one piece, I mean, that car could have just kept on driving. We don't know, but it's gone. And out of the whole video, there's nothing missing except this one time a car has a signal on that's about to pull over near 11.4. Yeah, mine is too. Because you guys know me, right? I'm definitely not a conspiracy theory person. And you'd almost have to, doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. It could be as simple as somebody saying, hey, can you remove that little portion there? Yeah, because we don't want people to realize that there was somebody else that, I mean, I don't know. It could actually just be a glitch and that car just kept driving down the highway. Right? And come on, you guys. You got to admit this is super chat worthy here. We're dying here. We've got to get. There was $250 for the video itself. It's good stuff. And let's see what we got. The rest was withheld. Withheld for evidence. Give me a break. Yeah, I did email the guy back. Let's see what he says. But would they do that? I don't know if they, I mean, it doesn't seem like they would do that. I don't see any reason that they would do that. It's just really strange that of all the entire hour, there's only one car that put its right signal on, or even looked like it might have been pulling over, and that's where the minute 46 of missing time is on an hour-long video, right at that second. Now, we also know in Brian Laundrie's case where he talked to these two, one of the girls that were murdered, there's a couple girls that were murdered in Moab, and he talked to them the day before they were murdered, and then he goes and murders Gabby Petito. So doesn't that make you, in that case, you're like, oh shit, he had to have done something to them the night before. Maybe some kind of weird, but he had nothing to do with their murders. Thanks, Allie Cake. No, he can't be changing. Well, he could be changing lanes, but he's got the wrong signal on. We already went through that with you earlier. Thanks, Teresa Mary. Yeah, let me show you it again. So this is the vehicle right here. He's in the far right lane. The next lane over is the shoulder of the road. And that's all it is. That's where she was. That isn't a lane, other than it's wide enough to be a lane. It just allows you to pull over completely. So he's about to pull over into that lane, just, almost right there. Let's see. Had to go find that calhun. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to look at where that was about. And nobody's asking about suspension, Desnian. Nobody cares about that. That's absolutely irrelevant to what we're talking about. All right, so this is where her car pulled over. And if you look on here, when that vehicle looks like it's got he's about to pull over to the side of the road, right here. So if you think about it, I mean, he was just driving like this, and then it's just another 0.2 of a mile to get to where Carlee pulled over. So it's just like this. I know you do. I know you do. So see you later. Let's see. I mean, what does a suspension have to do with anything that we're talking about? I guess is what I'm saying. It's irrelevant. Oh, wait, where was it again? I think it was actually by the... Yeah, there it is. So it's right turn signals on by the McDonald's sign here. So he's right here even. Look at this. So the hazard light, or not the hazard light, the right turn signal for pulling over was about right here. It's still on. See in the video right there? And then it goes out. So we're right here, and look at all it was doing. Her car only went about where that sign is up there. Just a little bit up the road. I don't know, man. That it does make you wonder, but it, like I said before, it could just be the random occurrence of a glitch. Well, he could have just accidentally hit the signal. But don't you think it's weird, out of an entire hour, there wasn't one other vehicle in that lane, and only the one that put the signal on has 1:46 of glitching. You know, but the thing is I think it probably is what's going on. It's just some random occurrence, and because you'd have to say that then there was this big conspiracy, just like the people out there that say that the fire camera footage in the Kylie Rodney case was fake. You know, no, it's not. It's real. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 46. Minute 46. Yeah. Nothing could really happen in a minute 46. Well, you could have somebody get dropped off out of a car, right? Yeah, and really though, if there was somebody by themselves, where would their car be? I mean, there isn't a car sitting there. Oh God, I gotta go read up one of the comments KK made. Oh Jesus, here we go. It's gonna be something crazy, I know it. Yeah, because they're not. Yeah, because they're not. There's nothing on those KK. That's why they're not for sale. Because they weren't available. They didn't get them. I mean, it's irrelevant. I knew it, man. I knew it. Oh Jesus. Could be one out of camera view, sitting there where she was. It means absolutely nothing, because she was like at work and then eating food. Those other hours have absolutely no meaning to this case. The reason they're not there is just because they're not available. Sometimes they're just not. The guy even said that in his email. Yeah, well, there might be another. There isn't one, though. I'm not spending another $250 just to do a fishing expedition on a random another view, especially on a night like this. If you get a chance, will you take a look at the McDonald's sign? Why? I know everybody thinks they see something moving around. Yeah. Let's see. She got food at... Looking back at what the police released. Alright, I'll go check your McDonald's sign. Yeah, see absolutely nothing. Looks like the stands for the McDonald's sign, so nothing there. Oh well. I know. See, that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. If you're just showing up late and you didn't pay attention, go back and hit rewind and go watch it. Instead of going, hey, 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 and just theorizing because you just want to jump in with a theory. All right? The reality is back here at 9:31, what was it, 9:32 and, shit, I can't remember that. In 21 seconds or so. Like right here, her car hazard lights start blinking right there at 9:33. See, they're blinking right there. You can see them, and they continue to blink. You can still see them, even right here at 9:34, and then they're blinking at 9:35, and then over here at 9:36, they're still blinking, and then it's still blinking here at 9:36 and 14 seconds, and then like another 20 seconds from now, it takes off. Well, there isn't anybody standing there, though. I'm just letting you know. Okay. So, anyways, it goes 9:36:25, and then it starts pulling off. It was just out of camera range on that first one. So it starts pulling off. So it was sitting there for 3 minutes. And based on the new timing of this, that means the 911 call was made while she was stopped that first time. And then she goes, she must have screamed. So here's what's weird about it. She makes the 911 call, and she screamed and everything. And then she gets back in her car again and drives away, or did somebody else get into her car and drive it up there? But nobody else is reporting somebody abducting her or seeing anybody fighting with anybody right by the side of the road. Paying attention to what? What are you referring to, Little Boston? I don't know, when you say original time, what do you mean? You mean on the last show's video? Are you talking about the live stream that we just did a little bit ago? I gotta go look. Oh, that's just a shadow. That's, you talking about the shadow on there? I get what you're saying. No, that's just shadows. See every single one of these. See them? Yeah. And it's just too blurry down there. It's all just pixels shifting around. There's nothing, you know. See, like that's not a person right there. That's just pixels moving around. It's the actual light from the camera. I mean the headlights of a car moving along the ground, but it looks like it. You know, it's so pixelated. See what I'm saying? Steph? Right. Support with. Yeah, whenever you get those low light situations, you get really, in those situations, it's not necessarily the compression situation causing it. But you can take, like I have this video that I've shown before where this guy takes a video where he's just talking, and he uploads it to YouTube, downloads it, uploads it, downloads it, uploads and downloads it like something like 600 times. And when he's done, it looks like an absolute mess. It doesn't even look like a human. It's crazy. The audio isn't even recognizable. The video isn't recognizable. So this one, what you're looking at now is actually directly from what I got. You're just seeing it over YouTube, which is compressed as you're watching it. But what you're looking at is literally the file right here. You know, it says I-459 north at 11.7. Thank you, Wendy Wibbles. I was kind of thinking the button was broken there for a minute. Why do we need to believe her? I mean, I think these sort of, I'm going to just think that the blinking thing was just a crazy glitch with bad timing. The part that adds some points in her favor are that the car stops for 3 minutes, during which time she made the 911 call, then pulled forward. Now, there isn't a baby out there, Beaver Boys. Not one other person saw a toddler moving around. But, in this case, though, it makes it seem like if there isn't a loop, and let's say somebody put a toddler out there really quick, and she's the only one that saw it and pulled over really quick, it opens the door a little bit to the original theory, but I don't see it. There's nothing we see on there. All we have is that the car stopped for 3 minutes with hazard lights on. And she did have hazard lights on. I don't know, Cindy. It's just blinking. It's a blinker. Why would you just have one? So he has his left hazard light was broken. So the other, it only looked like he was turning, had a right turn signal on. Is that right? Huh? Where was the blinker before the flashers? What does that even mean? She stopped for 3 minutes. I just told you. Yeah, it wasn't a minute or so. It was 3 minutes. I just told you how much time it was. Thanks, Lane Dune. Maybe the person with the blinker saw something too and pulled over. I guess, And in the exact spot, and then she drove up to that spot too later. I don't know. That's just kind of strange that that little bit's missing. Yeah, I'm just saying, it adds a lot more points. So instead of being like 90-10, maybe you're like 70-30 now because there's flashing lights as the car, it stops for 3 minutes. And then after that, it pulls forward and goes another 0.4 miles and then pulls over again. And then they get out of their car and they start doing things. I mean, let's see where she was, though, when she stopped. We could look at that. Oh, yeah, it's way up there, I think. Maybe she didn't want to be on a turn or something. So that's where the light is right there. Here, maybe we can figure out exactly where she is. Yeah, so I think it's right, basically where we're at right here. Yeah, so this is on the turn. And it's before this sign right here. So she's back. See, there's that sign right there. And then that is the mile marker. Because it's exactly when she said she was there. That's how we know. And when when law enforcement got there, that was her car. Okay, so law enforcement shows up just minutes later, and her car is found on the side of the road, and that's hers. So yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is about where she pulled over right here. $9:33. No, 9:32. Wait, what was it again? Shit. Yeah, 9:33 to 9:36. So it's 9:33 or 9:33, like 20 to 9:36, 20. Hazard lights and still. Yeah, so let's go up in the air and sort of get a better view of that. Alright, so she pulls over right here, her lights are flashing, and she drives all the way down to here, which is, let's see, I thought it was like 0.4 miles before, but 0.44, so, you know, close to a half mile. She drove. And then that other video we were watching, the car is about right here, and it puts his right turn signal on to go into this area about 3 or 4 minutes before. And so here's the thing: if that it also matters too when we look at that glitch, is when it was. I mean, why was if the glitch was at 9:39? Well, you wouldn't see it, but if it was at like 9:50, well, we can't see it because the cop cars are blocking out the light, but. Let's say it pulled over then, it wouldn't matter because she's already gone and the cops are there. But it's right in this window of meaningfulness. Literally 3 minutes before she pulls over, this car has its blinkers on and is trying to pull over, it looks like, maybe into the hazard or the shoulder of the road, just like she is. But when you look at it, I mean, the shoulder of the road here is as big as a road. I mean, look at this, or a lane here, see? So, thank you, Laura and LM. Yeah, the glitch sucks, but yeah, it's her car because the police get there. Let me show you on the camera here. So watch this LM here. Here we go. Just a second, let me get the. Takes a while to kick in sometimes. Here. So look at the time. It is 36, and she pulls over there. And now she's got there at like 9:30, pulls into there at 9:37, and then literally, I mean, just like now, okay, now the cops get there a little bit later, 9:41 now, not 9:39 like we had before. So 9:41. See how that now? This is all there is for like 3 hours, just like this. You can't even see a damn thing. So it's such a tight window. Look at this. I mean, let's just go when she stops. Now she's already moving around at that point. Okay, right there. 9:37:12. I'm just checking something out here. Look at that, 9:37:12, and less than 4 minutes later, the cops are already on the scene. You gotta admit, like, that is wild right there. You noted that the grass was taller than a toddler? How do we know that? It's up in the air. You know, if you're on the ground, on Street View it might, but it's, you know, we don't know. You have to compare days to days and all that. Yeah, I haven't seen a toddler anywhere. But here's the thing, everybody. Now we don't know if there was a toddler or not. Because if the toddler was right now, if the toddler incident is right now when this light is blinking, that means it's not on camera anywhere. It's right over here for 3 minutes. And then, if it isn't her driving away again, then it's something did happen to her, and then somebody else drove her car and then ran away really quick before the cops got there. But I'm not sure why you needed to move the car. What was the point of that? I guess what we could do is look through the woods in this area. Maybe they were trying to throw people off so they didn't, maybe they lived right over here. And so they wanted to drive down to here to make it look like it was over here. You know, like maybe the bad people that did something to her lived closer to this area, went through, right? I'm just throwing out another scenario here. If somebody did something to her, maybe they lived right here. She pulls over, things happen. Somebody else gets into her car and then just drives down here. Then they run back over here and then walk down through the neighborhood and go back to their place. You know, you move it about a half mile away. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody called in about a toddler. They just called in about seeing Oompa Loompas. There was 19 calls about seeing Oompa Loompas, but none about a toddler, and that's where we got a stickler here. They just said, yes, we saw an Oompa Loompa, no toddler, sir. That's strange. So anyways, we're at a little weirder place now. Do you all agree? I was actually thinking that this video would be absolutely just clarify everything. There'd be absolutely nothing weird or different in it. And there's two things. One, the car stops for 3 minutes out of view of the camera right below it. And then the car drives 0.44 miles again. And somebody gets out of the vehicle there and runs into the woods. But the 911 call was made when the car stopped the first time. Because the 911 call, they said, was made at wasn't it 34, right? So the 911 call was made at 9:34. That is when her hazard lights are on and she stopped just below the camera. I don't know what that means. Well, you should give me every single night because I look through cases rationally. I'm not going to go, hey, everybody, I don't see that little glitch that happens in this video, and I don't see the car stop there because I have a narrative that I want to sell. I just go with what I'm looking at. So when the media put out the one clip that they had, that's all we have to go by, right? So I thought, let me just go by the damn video itself. 250 smackers. And, it's a ridiculous price, by the way, for something like that, but why not? And we got it, and now it's causing issues, as it were. Did she not call the brother? I don't know. Yeah, it just got more complicated really fast. It would have been so much easier if you just see her car pull into the scene while the light's blinking, and there wasn't another car that put its signal on to turn into the same. I keep wanting to call it hazard lane. Maybe that's what I would call it. Did they give the time frame of the? No, they didn't. But it was after the 911 call. I believe. It was a 911 call. They never said how that ended. Then she talks to a family member, and they said that they could tell that she was talking to somebody, but they didn't say they heard the kid or anything. And then she screamed, and then you could just hear the sound of the road. Well, she said 9:38. Then she heard the scream when she was over at the next spot. So you just don't type something in like that, Cindy, unless you have the real answer. Go get find it out there and let me see it, because you just threw things off with that, the 9:38. That would be when she pulled forward 0.44 miles. Yep. So anyways, I got to use the restroom here, but please consider helping support the channel. I rely solely on the generosity of you guys. There is no ad revenue on live stream videos like this. They never monetize them. And channel memberships and super chats are basically it. So thank you guys very much. We'll be back in a minute. Support there, very generous. Oh wait, let's see. Got to get some of my old sort of Gatorade. You guys, it's ridiculous. Where are all the freaks? Capturing the girl. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so 9:36. Alright. 9:36 is when she's still parked with the hazard lights on. And that is absolutely perfect timing, too. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, let me get this going again. So if it's true that it was 9:36, then she's still right here with the hazard lights on, and screaming. And I mean, it's sort of interesting. What if she screamed as somebody grabbed her, and then another person got her car and drove it a half mile down the road, parked it, ran to the woods, and then she was taken off into the woods? Wouldn't that be weird? Yeah, so now, see, it's right before that. That's 9:36 and 31 seconds. It starts moving, or 25 seconds. It's moving away. So it's weird now that I just explained that, Zozo, like 5 times, like literally 5 or 6 minutes ago. Let me do it again. All right, so try to pay attention this time. So here we go. It was right here. This is where the hazard light stayed on for 3 minutes while it was blinking. Let's say she was grabbed and abducted there, and then she was taken back through the woods right there, right? Then they drive the car down here a half mile to make it look like it's over here, right? So you're throwing people off by a half mile there. Oh my God, Cindy, my God. Hey, thanks, Your Gypsy and Sophie Lee 22. Maybe there's a trail there? What? You just wiped out your own theory, Cindy. You know? So just listen to it again. At 9:33 in about 20 seconds, there's hazard lights blinking. So let's just pretend this is the scenario that happened, okay? There's something out there that looked like a kid, whatever it was. Let's just pretend it's real. That there was something that looked like a toddler. She goes out to investigate it. And then somebody grabs her, but there's another person who jumps in her car and drives it down over here and parks it. Then they get out and run into the neighborhood because the original people live somewhere in this area. Let's just say they live somewhere right around in here, and they wanted to throw people off, so they put her car over here so they'd be looking there. And it was just sort of a quick little, move the car a half mile, run over here, and then they know where they are because they live in this neighborhood. All right, so that would be a scenario there. Hey, thanks, Calamity Colleen. Yeah, I was trying to find another one because the first one I donated to wasn't a 501c. It was just they said that they're applied for it, but it's been like that for years. So. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, if nothing came out of the car. So here's what you would think may have happened here. They went like that. I mean, in the nefarious scenario that the door is open now because of the craziness here. I don't know what but this scenario takes out the guy with the right turn signal on. You know the one with the right turn signal? This scenario, it's sort of like, what does that even mean, that one? So she stops right here for 3 minutes. She makes the 911 call. Apparently she calls her mother because it was 9:36. The 911 was 9:44. Then there's a scream. So if the scream happens when the car is still and then it starts moving, did somebody else get into her car and she was taken off over this way somewhere? And then they drove over here, and when it got here, for some reason they pulled out, maybe they're rummaging through the car and pulled out her purse and her phone, but they didn't take anything, which is weird if it was a robbery attempt. And then in that scenario, the blinking vehicle means nothing. Then in another scenario would be that she was communicating with somebody who was going to meet her, an individual up here, was communicating with that person, and that person was driving, and a friend with some other person pulled over, and that person jumped out. And the reason she's driving slow is because she's talking to the person saying, hey, it's right up here, keep going. She's driving slow on the side of the road, and then she finally gets to the right spot, and he's in the woods going, yeah, I'm right over here. And she gets out of the car with some stuff and then runs into the woods herself, and they go do something. How about that scenario? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just got the flashers on. That's a good point, though. No headlights, yeah. Yes, you can just get through right through the woods. Yeah, we've gone over that many times, too. So if you go down to right here to the road and you look up there, it's just, there is a fence right there, but I mean, she's young. I mean, it's not hard to get over a fence, you know. And down from over here, it looks like, let's look at it from this side where her car was. Yeah, that's the right spot. Thanks, Ninja. So look, she just looks like, to me it looked like she sort of ran behind the sign here. So maybe right here, then she goes up. It's not hard, it's just sort of a little down, and then you go up right there, and 60 yards, not far at all. It's not a dead end. Well, it's a dead end, but you can you can get out of here. Look, I mean, it's right there. You're on the freeway in 30 seconds from here. From here to here, you get right here. This is just a cul-de-sac, but I mean, I don't know what's going on, like where she went or anything. Yeah, the neighborhood's big. It goes all the way back here. They're still building, obviously. As a matter of fact, if I turn off this, you will see. Yeah, I could just tell you there's way more homes there, because you can see that there were roads there and there was no homes. But here's a later map. This one's in June here, so this is what it would normally look like. You know what we should do is look at a historical street view here, and go down there and see if we can. Hold on. So right next to that house. Easy. There we go. Oh, I got a lot of them. So this is May 2023. This is just like, 2 months ago. And this is, let's go to June 2022. So it more looks like that. Just here's a July 2016. And that's actually the same as the overhead shot that I was originally showing you. So that's kind of what it would look like. More dense, but it's not horrendous. Like, you can just get through there. That's what it looks like in January. Very easy to get through. So this gives you a good idea of just sort of what it looks like. I mean, it's not really ridiculous terrain. It's just a little gradient up, and then you go over and down, and you're right there. There's probably a fence on the other side of that. I know nothing. That's right, Gene Fish. Remember that? Yeah, that's right. The toddlers blurred out. All right, I'll go through this again for everybody, but try to show up on time. It's pretty easy when you do it that way. But let's just play it from the beginning that I have it recorded here. This is 9:28:31 seconds. All right, the video that I purchased today is 58 minutes and 14 seconds, and it's supposedly from 9 to 10. I sent him an email and I said, where is the missing time? When does it start or end? And the guy said, well, it's just sort of clips from here and there, and we don't really. I mean, that could be where the problem is that there was anyways, it doesn't matter. So anyways, 58:14, and he said, yeah, the FBI wanted to know the same thing. So they obviously were talking about the same clip. So it's 58:14 and 15 seconds. All right. So I just started this thing at 9 o'clock. I'm cut out the first 27 or 8 minutes because it's not really relevant. We already watched all that. So that vehicle has its right turn signal on, but it switched lanes from this lane to that lane. Now it's off, right? So we're looking at 9:28 and 59 seconds. But yeah, I know that. That makes sense, Eleanor. But the 911 call wasn't made when she drove over here. See, here's what we're going to learn tonight, you guys. The 911 call was not made when it stopped at mile marker 11.4 up here. You want to see what's going on here? Just pay attention. You'll actually be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, it's 9:29 and 38 seconds. And this is real time speed, by the way. The reason they look slow is exactly what I was telling you the other night. Is the camera angle. Notice how close all the little hashes are. That's because the angle and the cars are zooming by, probably at 50 miles. Now watch. Here we go. This is where it's really important here. Well, it could be important or might not be. So right here, see this vehicle? Or it might be this. Oh yeah, it is that one. Yeah. See, notice before, if you go back just a few seconds here, watch how there's no signal on that vehicle because it's just driving. Then it goes, oh, okay, puts its signal on, and look where it is. This is where Carlee pulled over right there. Look where this person's signaling. Now watch what happens. This is really what's going on in the video. Watch this. Up. There's nothing there now. And we're going to wait for a minute 46, which is exactly the missing time and why the video is only 58 minutes and 14 seconds long. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. What I did was after I found the glitch, I cut the video right there, right? Then I moved the rest of the video to the last portion so that the end was at 10 o'clock. And this is what we're getting. And then there's a space of missing time in the middle. Well, we don't know if anybody cut anything out, but, it's a very, given what's in that clip, it's a very strange timing for a glitch, although glitches are glitches, and they don't care what time it is. And I'm not a conspiracy person, and you guys all know that. So this is just one of those things like, that's weird. So this is, right now it's playing. Look at the clock up there. This is how much time is missing from there. We don't see a vehicle still sitting there, but did somebody get dropped off? And if they did get dropped off, why is there so much missing time? Who knows? So this is the boyfriend theory. Somebody's dropped off there. They're talking to her on the phone. That's why her hazard lights are going slow. And she meets that person there. And then it came up with this crazy ruse of kidnapping so that, I don't really know why she would do that part. Why not just, I don't know. Anyways, so then at 9:31, 53 seconds, that's when it starts up again. All of that time was missing. There's no other missing time in the entire hour. Oh yeah, can't see the clock. Oh, Jesus. Or I can just make it like that. How about that? Is that good? So again, we'll go. Let me just show you this part so you can see the clock. See that? 9:30 and 4 seconds, and then poof. You have this one car that's signaling to pull over into the hazard lane, right where Carlee was, basically. I mean, if you pulled just a little bit over, boom, you're right there. All right. Then the video starts up again at 9:31 and 50 seconds or so. So we're missing a minute 46, which is exactly the missing time length. Well, we don't know if they did that or not, Ada, but they could have. I mean, it's just, man, out of the whole hour, there's a car that's pulling over literally 3 minutes before she stops and puts her hazard lights on. And then that very car that she's in drives right to where that was going to pull over. You know, you got to look at stuff like that. It might mean absolutely nothing, but whoa, that is weird. Yeah, make sure to hit that like button, you guys, and the... Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to hit the like button. You know, so we're going to pause the video until we get up to like 800 likes, since we're only at 458 with 1,250 something people watching. So here we go.
I'm fired out of it now.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, 10, 20. Great, I'll hit the like button if I want to. Gee. We'll hit it anyways. We're going to stop the video. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, 10, 20, 25, 30.
30, sir. 25 of them, you're out. I'm 25, 30, 30, now 5. I'm 35.
What is strange is to have 1,253 people watching and one of the worst Super Chat nights we've ever had. That's a little strange.
I'm fired out of it now. 10 down, 15 on. I'm 15, I'm 15, 20. I'm 15, 20. Now 5, 30, and 30, and 30, 25.
We're at 557, 557,
557. You're out. I'm 25, 30, 30, now 5. I'm 35.
Yep, no, we're at 585. We got to keep going.
Hit
the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, 10, 20, 25, 30. Hit that like button, hit it with your nose, hit it with your toes. Who the hell knows? Ah, get it?
30. You want to put 30, sir. 25 of them, you're out. I'm
1,211. Hey, thanks,
30, now
American.
5. I'm 30.
Still one of the worst. 1,183 people watching and only 600 likes.
I'm fired out of it now. 10 down,
Hit that like button,
15
hit that like button, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Hit that like button, 10, 20.
Now 5, 30, and 30, and 30, 25, 30. You want to put 30, sir. 25 of them, you're out. I'm 25, 30, 30, now 5. I'm 35.
Yeah, those are just glitches there, Regina. All right, here we go. I guess we could look for that if that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, we got the 625. Lost about 75 people that were just, I will not hit the like button, damn it, and I'm leaving. Well, she was never in the ditch. She never went into a ditch. She just drove into the hazard lane over here. So there's, look at it right then. Look at her hazard lights, everybody. So this is where we got, this is the new stuff. That car that had the signal on and then this long glitch. Then blinking hazard lights right here. And it literally sits there from 9:33:20 to 9:36:20. Yeah, well, there's 1,200 people watching, and 400 of them are jackasses who can't just hit the like button. So let's just see what we got here. We got the car driving. Gray, that's so mean. Well, you can't tell somebody hit the like button. That's all they had was the like button, and they wanted to... Okay, thank you. So anyways, at what did you say, 9:34... 30. Okay, 9:34 coming up here. Let's see. Hey, thank you so much, Brad Walden. So we're looking for, Georgina said for, oh, you're talking about right there, that little light thing that came on? Let's see if it shows up at any other times. So I just think it's a light. Yeah. It's right on the pole, so I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's just right on the same, it's the pole of the sign there, but good eye to see that little thing there. Thanks, Just Junie. How's the tarot and magic going? Oh. Yeah, there's no tall man with a gray car. Sorry for your confusion. There's no gray car with a tall man. Sometimes people put their turn light on super early. But it's weird to have the glitch. Yeah, but I mean, super early. I mean, you're talking, that's a little, way early. You're gonna turn your a signal on a half mile before you turn. It's way up here. And they put their signal on back here even. So they're not even at the turn. So let's see, you're saying that they put the about right there, 0.4 miles away, you're going to turn your signal on? No way. Well, it's not really a turn lane. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He was already in the turn lane. The hazard lane is where that's where he would be going with that signal turned on. It is, it is weird. I've been doing this for a long time, and this is one of those times where you go, is this one of those, I always tell people, not everything is a conspiracy. I don't know if this is a conspiracy. It could just be something they intentionally did so that, I don't know what the reason would be, but, this is how much time is missing. Again, this car right here, for people showing up, as you can see, it's driving. Then it turns its signal on. And then gone. It's gone. And the only way to go from there would be into the hazard lane. And then a minute 46 later, it shows up. That it doesn't show up, but the camera is back to real time again. And then literally just about a minute and 20 seconds after that, right around right here, her car pulls up under there, and you can tell it's still moving. And the reason you can tell it's still moving a little bit is because the light gets brighter. So let's just move it back a little bit here. Her car sort of rolls into the stop right here. See that? And it looks like the car is getting closer and closer. And then see how the light got really bright right there? That's because it's almost in view right there. That is so close. It's literally, it's right there. And does look like the headlights are on, opposed to what somebody was saying earlier. See that? They're pulled over there, and looks like the headlights are hitting the bushes. Just right next to the car there. And so for 3 minutes, the car sits here. Yes, I changed my name so Gray doesn't have to be embarrassed of me anymore. Yeah, I don't want to say the whole name. Just showing my support for Gray's channel. Yeah, this case is Bizarro. Yeah, well, thanks. So for 3 minutes, and right now the 911 call is being made. Okay, everybody? It's like, 911 operator. This is where I need Darrow from way in the past. 911 operator. Yeah, I see a baby on the side of the road, a toddler. I see a toddler over here. Yeah, I'm over here driving around on mile marker 11.7. Yeah. Okay, see you later. And then, thanks, Ashley Snow. And then 2 minutes later, at 9:36 apparently, is when she called her mom. While still down here. So as we see this, her vehicle is blinking. It is her vehicle down here that's blinking the hazard lights. Then at 9:36:20, it pulls out. Who cares who she was talking to? Anyway, she was talking to a family member, okay? And then the car, it's blinking lights right there. Could missing video be redacted footage? Well, yeah, it could be. And I think that's would be the most likely if it is missing, is redacted. Well, she said she called family while the kid was right next to her, apparently, and was talking to the kid. That's what they say, anyways. But let's say that's what's happening. Now she's talking to the mom right now, and then all of a sudden, she screams, and something happens to her. and somebody pulls her away into the woods or something, and another person gets into her car, and at that moment they pull away down the road, and the person driving the car isn't her now. Okay, so right now-ish, what time does it go? 9:36, and so it's actually there for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So here it goes. So let's just say now that this is somebody else after she screamed. She was taken away, and this is another person driving the car down the road, and they pull up to the spot, and they get out. Well, that sort of wipes out the other car that had the blinkers on. It means that was just a glitch. Why do you need time, Ima? Just send me an email. A mod give you time? Jesus. It's weird. Anyways, so the car pulls over here, and then we see somebody get out. The door opens. There it is right there. The door's opening. Somebody gets out, goes behind the vehicle. You see them moving over to here, and they're standing there, and they sort of bend over a little bit, it looks like. Or maybe they go towards the... That could even be the side door open now, and they're sort of in the car at this point. And maybe that is exactly what it is. Remember that time where I said they back up? Maybe that's them shutting the car door. So maybe the car door is open right now, and they're bent over into the car doing something. But it looks like they're standing there even. Moving around. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Because the light would make them like a shadows and stuff to make them look taller. It's hard to tell. And then right there, to me, it looked like somebody moved off to the right. But then it looked like somebody came back in. And then you see whatever this is, this darkness there. Is that a person standing there? Or that might just be an artifact. Alright, so the other scenario is that when she's right here, her hazard lights are blinking and blinking, and she calls 911 and then fakes the whole scenario that, oh my god, there's a toddler and so forth. But then she's supposed to meet somebody down here, and she doesn't know exactly where the person is, so that other car that had the blinker on, some guy was dropped off quickly and got out of the car right there, and then the vehicle continued on, and they're there alone, maybe right by the wood line. Then she has her hazard lights on, going down the road looking. Like, where are you? How far? Okay, right there. Another little bit. Yeah, okay, right here. Okay. I'm here. Yeah, I can see. Let me grab some stuff. I got to throw some stuff on the ground really quick, and then I'm going to take off. I mean, so those are the versions that you could come up with. Or she just stopped, pulled off a ruse, and for some unknown reason drove forward, got out of the car, and ran into the woods and met somebody. But how about the other guy, though? So let's say the car with the blinker on, they get out, and let's say, I mean, here's a scenario that the car would drive like this, and it drove around, and it came in and waited around somewhere in this area, and then there was one to sort of lead her through to where they were at, and then they drove off somewhere, and her car just was left there. But then why would you leave your purse and phone and stuff like that? It seems like kind of an expensive ruse. Like somebody could have just came by and stole it all. But maybe she knew the cops would be there quick enough and she'd recover it all. And it's weird too, because she had her, I mean, they left the hazard lights on and everything. Why wouldn't you just turn those off to make it harder to find by the cops? Oh, that's not an exit there? Oh, you're right, that's not an exit. So up here, yeah, there's no exit. Well, I guess right here you could come around and go like that. So maybe you took this exit and went around. Met him over here. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the loop yesterday. You have to go up here and around. Didn't Didn't recognize that time. Yeah, the car engine was running and everything. So it's really weird. It's I mean, it could be also that she set up the ruse here, but then realized she needed to be a little bit further up, so kind of got a little bit further up here, then jumped out and left the car running. And why would somebody dumping the car leave the car running? I mean, there was that other case that we covered once where the guy ended up being dead, and he left his car running, and then there was like video of him running away from the car, and then he ended up dead, and they said it was a suicide somewhere. That one's always been kind of weird. Yeah, and so it's a weird, really strange story is what it is. I don't know, why not? I don't really have any. Let me check my emails. Oh, thank you to support with Stefan and Alexandra and usually can't say the other person's name, so I won't do it. Yeah, God. So if someone just sends me messages, just a comment. Hold on. Oh, so here we go. I messaged that person who sends me the video, and he said, "That's interesting that you found the missing minute. Something else that you might find interesting is that there are 3 cameras to the northeast and 3 to the southwest of I-459 North at milepost 11.7. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but the FBI wanted the video from a single northeast camera." I don't know. I'm just reading that, but yeah, I don't know. What's the northeast camera? The hell is this? It's actually minute 46. Well, how do I get the? Maybe I should say. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button. Ooh, okay, there we go. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So let me go look at this. I didn't realize there was the other. I mean, when you look at that camera up there, it looks like there's Hold on. When you look up there, it feels like there's another camera at the top. So maybe it was filming the other direction. I might have to get this one. Hold on, let's see. Oh shit! I might get the other one. Hold on a second, you guys. Oh god, this is sweet. Man, that'd be amazing. And I think that's the one facing the, hold on. Northeast, so that's just like that, yep. So that would be that camera going like that. Same spot. We're gonna need some super chats, you guys. We're gonna need some super chats. You guys are killing me tonight. Unbelievable. 1,200 people watching. You can't even tip me like I'm a Starbucks coffee maker. My God. We'll see what happens. Yeah, pretty wild. Thanks, American Lady. I have a question. Approximately how far does she live from where the police found her car to give us perspective of the distance involved? I think it was like 2 miles from where she lives. Thanks, jeez. And Bloodhounder, The Velvet Army, Pirate Girl, Sean Pellegrino. We'll see if it might be coming in. His last thing was, sure, give me a minute. So let's see what happens. I think it is kind of, would be interesting to see what's going on. Because we know that car that has the blinker on at 130? No, we were just talking about? What if that they were together prior on another camera? And that pulls up forward, and then I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, wow! Thank you, guys. Amy Celeste, Linzo, and Navi, the Canadian. Hey, let's do it. Eugenie, it's all rosy. All right, thanks everybody. And make sure to check the channel out on the last day of the month, where I'm going to give, hopefully this month I can give away more like 5,000 something to various charities out there, true crime related ones, by the way. Well, thanks. It's all rosy and Jenny Surfer, camera footage fun, Kathleen. Yeah, he said he could do something where it was a 2-for-1 at some point too. So let's see if we can. Seems like a pretty cool dude, that guy. Yeah, I don't think it's... I mean, I've thought of looking at other camera angles. The price, though, I mean, him saying other people looking at it's not a big deal. The thing is the price of $250 per clip is difficult, Thanks, Emptiness Gardens, Tamara Court, Kathleen Thatch, Jessica Schubach, Time Paula. Alright, let's see, man. This might be pretty cool. Not sure how long it takes, but maybe it'll be 30 minutes from now or something, but thank you. So let me say. So let me ask. Try to answer this question really honestly. Okay. All right, here we go. Thank you, Jessica Schubach. M-Time, Prying Paula, Raina Dudley, Sherry, Delta, 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 the Tridelts. No, he can't guarantee any of that. It's absolutely crazy, though. Yeah. Well, currently it's all missing. They're not on because I, you know. Well, I don't know why they're not on. I just was earlier. I was doing something where I didn't want them on, and now they're not. But now they're on. But that would have been a lot of sound effects. Now they're on, so Kathleen should go on. I mean, they're always on. I just turned off on this one scene that I'm on. I turned it off. It's kind of a lot. So we only got 54% say yes. That's a little bit surprising because it should change. It makes. All I'm saying is more likely. You know, that just means people have tunnel vision. I mean, when you look at the numbers, you look at the scenario that the car pulls over and it's blinking, and then there's this other car that miraculously is missing a minute 46. You know. I wonder if you would get the footage. Well, you just said it. Just give me a minute, so you know, I'm not sure. Some people have a minute as a different time. I mean, I could order it too, and that's you know. We'll see what happens. He was saying maybe 2 for 1. Maybe we'll have to buy some more too. Maybe tomorrow if there's extra. I mean, I don't know. This. The crazy part is if somebody just would come forward, we wouldn't need to do any of this. We'd have the story. I guess you could try to verify it, but... Thank you, Jen. See, there we go. Now it's on, you guys. There we go. Sorry for the rest of you. I'm hoping that isn't what brings you here as the animation for the super chat. I'm reading an email really quick. Well, that's not an if I'm amused. That is Carlee's car that stops for 3 minutes. Okay, because the blinking continues at the same cadence as it pulls away. All right, so there isn't like a question. Yeah, we already talked about all that. I'm not sure what you needed to... Like a long, drawn-out email saying exactly what I've said tonight already. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. So only 302 people voted. 54% said yes. Okay. I think most of us agree, obviously now, that the 911 call was made when the car was stopped, right? Like everybody. And the phone call to her mom when it was stopped with the blinkers on, out of view of the camera. Yes, isn't it interesting that there's higher levels of people looking into this? So maybe there is something bigger going on here. I mean, if it was some local thing and the police were already like, why would the FBI or whatever be looking into it? I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to be. I'm just still waiting for a response. She got caught stealing from work that day. Who are you talking about? From Captain of Hoover? Oh, this is something new? Worked at a failed out of nursing school. And oh, come on. That's garbage. I mean, where do you see that? If that's a true thing, let me see it. Wait, hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, he's working on it right now. He's just going to a couple more minutes, he said. These people just show up and say this whole thing. Captain said it on Facebook. There's no way in hell he would put something like that on Facebook. Just letting you know. They don't put stuff like that out there. The Portland link is a man, a guy that's in jail currently. And his name is... Well, here we go, look. So the serial killer Portland link... So before, people weren't sure if they was connected. I always thought that they were connected because they're too similar. They were all from the same area. And this guy right here knew all four of them. And his name is Calhoun, last name Calhoun. Where is that? Jesse Lee Calhoun. Calhoun 38 is among the more than 1,000 inmates from former Governor Kate Brown granted clemency to. So good job, Kate Brown. Way to go. One of the guys that you let out killed 4 people. I think all those deaths are on you and nobody else. So this guy right here, reportedly a talented artist who told booking officials he earned his living painting designs of vehicles, has a long record of felony convictions dating back to 2004. After arresting him in 2018 with meth, several guns, and more than 500 rounds of ammunition, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office called him a prolific thief and career criminal. Calhoun's most recent convictions came in November of 2019 when he pleaded guilty in a separate case to a raft of felonies, including burglary, unauthorized possession of a stolen vehicle, and injuring a police officer. Those convictions earned Calhoun 4 concurrent sentences, the strongest of which was 50 months, which included the nearly 9 months he already served. His predicted release date after 20% reduction due to good behavior was June 30th, 2022, according to the Oregon Department of Corrections. But after 11 months were shaved off after he... So he could have got out anyways, but maybe he wouldn't have killed those same... He was released July 22nd, 2021. During the pandemic, Governor Brown began a process of granting mass communications. Right. Yeah, what a joke. Oregon's just, you know. Yep, just waiting. We're just waiting here patiently. Well, I'm not really that patient, to be honest. No, Vox. That's the cost online. I bought them the other day. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're a crazy person. Oh wow, okay. So is this, do I download it or? Yep. Okay, I do have it now, so here we go, everybody. Something different. Instead of looking at the same thing all the time. Yeah, it's $250 on the website to buy it. But you can, he said he'd give me like 2 for 1, so you know, so I might have, if we buy another one, it'll still be another $250. Yeah, here we go. So is this actually the other direction, or? $5.49. No, this is at $13.99 now. Wait, what is that one? Milepost $13.99. Just saying. Let's see what we can figure out with this one. Let's see. Because this is 12. Oh, so 13 would be right over here. That's 11, 12, 13. So, let me go. Let me measure this. So it's not right at the exact same spot. $13. Okay. So it should be right in that. Oh shit. Like right around in that area. Which is cool because she's coming from there. So let's just see. Oh, is that the camera right there? I think that's it. No, it's not it. Shit, it could be anywhere. Anyways, let's just, I think that's just right there, though. So, and I bet you the sun is probably setting in that direction generally, right? I don't know. Because it's 9 o'clock. It's still somewhat light outside at 9. So, what do we see in the video here? You see that lane and then, like, all that. So, it's like on top of the bridge or something. Like right around like this, right? So, what would she be doing? She would stay on 459. So that means probably, well, I guess we could see when maybe her car comes by, but I mean, that's pretty hard to tell there. Actually, it's not, that's pretty clear though, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty good video right there. That's way clearer than the other one. Right? You get what I'm saying? Let me go to the other camera, other screen, so you guys can see it bigger. There we go. Alright, so let's just see how long this one is. Speed and duration. This is, wow. This one's 58:23. See, now that makes it seem like it's a glitch. Because it's exactly the same amount of time missing. It's 58:23:06. You know, a minute 47 missing from this one. So it does make you think something, but let's. All right, God, this is crazy. Jesus. Let me go over to the other. You just grab the same time frame because that's what it is apparently. Now he just messaged me back. I think. Oh, hold on. He sent me another one. Oh, no, he didn't send me that one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. He was just showing me where it was. He didn't send me that one. So let me grab this and move it over to. Hopefully that worked. Sometimes my computer just crashes, and if it happens, I have to, with Adobe Premiere open, there's some weird graphic card issue. So if it happens, I'll be back on. Okay. Okay, that's 9 o'clock. Why don't we just assume, though, how about just for the sake of whatever we're doing here, let's just do a test. What was that time? It was 9:30 and 4 seconds, right? So let's go to there and see if there's a glitch. Okay, then that'll tell us what's going on here. All right, 9:30. Let's just do this little test for the hell of it right here. 9:30, 4 seconds. Oh, God, it's exactly the same. God, I'm good. So that was like a system-wide glitch. All of them are missing that. But you got to admit, like, that's pretty crazy, right? I mean, look at that. You know, tell me another creator that would even have thought of that. Zero. Okay. So here we go. 9:04 and boom. Exactly the same time frame. So what's kind of cool about that is we can already assume that let's just go to the 9:34 and 4 seconds and then remove that time so we can sync things up a little bit. So right when it, okay, ding, 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 ding. There. And then I'm going to move this over. Well, hell, we could almost just use whatever the other one said. Hold on. So what was the time? No, we can't because I didn't do it the same. So it's 9:30 and 5, and then was a minute 46, right? So it would be 9:31 and 51 seconds. Actually, that's not how I have to do it. I have to do it with this time here. So hold on. And don't worry, we'll get to the cool shit here in a minute. I just want to, got to get everything set up right. So 30:04, we add 1, so it'd be 31, like 31:50, 31:50. So I move this time and look down there to 31:50. Just something like that. Okay. Then move these forward. And then this should. Alright, then I gotta. It gets kind of complicated. I gotta like cut out this part. I don't have to do it that way. Basically, what I do is I find the end time, which is right at 10 o'clock, like this. Do it quicker. .30. So it's good to know that it's a system glitch. It's not like, you know, oh, we got to remove that one because that one, every single camera because. This should work pretty good. Let's see if I go here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this set up right. Yeah, looks pretty good. That was almost absolutely perfect. Okay, so this is where it's missing time again. When it gets right here, let's see. And then poof, nothing. So that's where the missing time is. I'm gonna let him know. That's pretty interesting. Hold on. I'm not slow playing. I've just got to get everything correct. Okay, awesome. All right. So the time, is it correctly? Yep, 9 to 10. So we got the right one. All right, we're ready to go. Ready to give it a shot. Let me save it. Ah, it feels good. Hey, thanks, Plato. Holy crap, thanks, Shirley Sue 228. A quadruple cat eye. That was very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, this is going to be interesting in a minute. Let's see if we can find her car. So if you go 2 miles back and you're driving 60 miles an hour, right around 9:31, she should be driving by right here, wouldn't you say? Which, oh wait, oh God, really? Don't tell me, it's like right when it's, she drives by right in the glitch again. Are you kidding me though? I mean, let's, oh my God. Wait, hold on a second. Let's see. Let's just check it out. Was she driving a red vehicle? The glitch that keeps on giving. I mean, this is weird. Hopefully it's something different because, you know, we don't know that that's right when she pulled up. It's a red car, right? Is it red? Yeah, red Mercedes. Yeah. What in the hell is this? I know, doesn't that make you think that, Empty Nest Gardens? Okay. Yeah, this is a down highway, about 4 miles. What is it, 4 miles? So it's 12. No, 13, almost 2. Hey, here's how we can do it. Let's go back to the other one. So we got them synced up pretty good here. Let's see, let's look for a truck or something like that. That comes by at... So this is 9:31. And see that big square truck and there's no other ones around it? Let's see if we can find that. That would have been at 9:28. 29. Probably 129.50. That's my guess. Well, actually, we're right on that, so let's see. Is there a big truck that comes through here right around this time? I mean, that's if they stayed on the highway. So if they're going a little over, maybe they're going 70. See, I don't see that one, but we can easily find that one, I would think. And then maybe we can get if we can find one car that we can track, and then we can get a good estimate of the amount of time we need to look for. God, wouldn't that suck if he was in that? Let's see. Okay, that's like a big truck by itself. Does that one make it? You know, it's hard to tell from that angle, too. I mean, that even could be... How about that one? Where's that one crazy looking... Oh, he wouldn't have been there yet. $132. I wonder if that's that weird one that we were just looking at. Okay, is that a trailer there? That one? So that's 934.04. What do you guys think? Does that look like it's just like an empty, like a truck without the box on it? The tractor, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, maybe a flatbed. Okay, 934. That'd be 932, but that's right in the... No, not really. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It should be coming up here pretty soon, whatever the hell we're looking for here. That might be the other one we just saw. And then we can get a good timing of how long it might take. It's weird how much clearer this one is. But I understand. I mean, it's way better lighting this direction. Yeah, it's one I-459. There's a big yellow truck, or maybe not. I don't see that one yet. I think it's the only way to sort of narrow down. Yeah, we've talked about the Portland guy a couple times. Yeah, the guy emailed me, that's crazy. Because I told him how it's covering the exact time yet again. I don't know, this is... No, and we're just trusting that it starts right at, I mean, it does. I got them linked up. They should be exactly the same. So this is 9 to 10. Then we can find something earlier just to do. Yeah, they just all look the same. It's all rumors. I resend huh? Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it. Didn't even think of that. Yeah, good one. The cops, right? So that should be about 9. No, 9:39, 37. If they came in the same way, let's see. All right, let's just look for that. But we don't know if they, maybe they took that same exit on the other side off, down, instead of this long route. This is pretty interesting though, isn't it? You know. Such a weird situation now. Thank you, Brown-Eyed Girl 714. Yeah, it's got to be right, because that's exactly when the glitch was. So they should be synced really well. Yeah, I mean, I guess the problem with this is they could be coming in. like this and turned, and we're not going to see him. But she was over here, so obviously she came down like that, most likely. And they should have already been by, right? Because the... Actually, no, it's 41, right? That's right. It was later. 41. It was 39 on the original video before I found the missing time. So it could be right after this if they're hauling ass down there. Who's he? There's a whole bunch of cop cars that showed up. Yeah, like you would see the flashing on the streets and things. This camera almost seems like it's on the bridge itself. Yes, 13th of July, 9 to 10. Man, I don't see it. Gotta go back to my other thing and try to figure out. You know what you do. Right, we've said that 100 times, Tina. Yeah. Yeah, she was, she made the call. I think it actually took them 6 minutes after the 911 call. Based on the timing, the new, when you fixed the minute of missing time. But it was 34, they said 9-1, and 40, I mean, it could even be 7, but I think it was 4 to 5 minutes after she called her mom, though. I just want to find one verifiable vehicle that makes it through. That's it. Don't you guys? I mean, that's all I'm trying to do right now. I don't really to get a time on this, but it's hard because we see only the back of the vehicle coming, so I'm trying to find a really distinct, like that trailer was a pretty good one. Yeah, no, it's 2 miles, yep. We're looking at mile marker 14, headed towards where she's coming from. I would have loved it if it was mile marker 11.7 just facing the other direction. That would have been absolutely perfect. That's 13.99, so it's 2.2 miles down the road. So if you're looking at a map, it looks like this. Yeah, so here's where the scene is, right around in here, and it's at this I think right here is what we came up with. Right? There's 12. 12 is basically where the camera is. So if we go like that, we need to go, it's right here. So you go 2 more miles and you're right on it. So I think that's probably, oh, Jesus, I went underground there. That was probably the camera there, what we were just looking at. On top of this building here. But it's filming down the road like that. Yep. You can see that goes in right there. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, is that what the problem is? No, I got the timer right. So. Oh, you guys want to see? I removed more of the lights here, so let's take a look at this one really quick before I forget that I even did the. Come on. You know how the lights are flashing? I got rid of like another 20 seconds. So here we go. There's a car. Door opens. Somebody moves around the back. It's going to be really quick because you're removing half the time. And somebody's bending over right there. Doing something. Then there's a certain point where it looks like somebody heads off to the right. Right there even. Maybe right there. But then it looks like somebody came back again. You know, like they came back after doing that. So I don't know what that means. There's just too many cars and lights going on, so it's creating a lot of pixelation. See, I don't think anybody's there right now. I think it's gone. Everybody's gone from the scene. Door open. Somebody walks around. They're standing there in the light. What do you mean? Help you what? Yeah, the next one I have to buy would be another $250 with, but a free one with it. I mean, the only way I'm getting one of those is if that just keeps lingering for a while. It has leaked out from Hoover PD that she made everything up. Also, several employees have been reprimanded for leaking the info. Where's the rumor? Well, it's a rumor though, right? Or where is it? I'd like to see that. I mean, that's what that's what the thing that's most likely is. But her stopping the car made it more interesting, for sure. She claims she was led into the woods, but the glitch has been discerned. Hey Zozo, were you here when we figured out the glitch? I mean, it was pretty an epic moment. It was pretty cool. Because I thought to myself, why don't I check the new video that I just got? And I went to 9:30 and 4 seconds, and there's the same glitch on a whole nother camera at the exact same time, so it's probably a system glitch. So that kind of throws that out the window, even though that's just ridiculous timing right when somebody's got their signal on, right? It also covers up the time that maybe her car would be driving in that direction, so. Yeah. So here's the other video. This is the new one. Look at this. Right at 9:30 and 3 seconds, and then 4, and then 5, and then boom, it stops. And then it goes for another minute 46, just like the last time. And it starts up again. I would have a feeling that just about every camera that you pull up would have the same thing. Yeah, but why would you redact the exact same time frame on both of them? Maybe they wanted to look like a system glitch. There we go, everybody. Yeah, but from the beginning, I've just always thought that when the car pulls over, you don't see anybody else but one person. The surveillance video, though, actually adds complexity to it by the fact that her car stops for 3 minutes while she made the 911 calls and the lights are blinking. Then she pulled forward, but that gives time for somebody to have done something to her where yesterday that did not exist. So all I said was it added more points in that field, but I'm more like, 70-30 that she just made it all up, And, that's how you got to work through these cases. You can't just be like, nope. When you get new information, you got to adjust and keep moving and assessing. And that's just the reality of it. Okay. But how do we know that rumor is true that you're talking about? When you say that the leak is that she made it all up and etc. I mean, it seems like it based on the wording that people have been using, especially yesterday when I showed you where the family said, we just need time to, heal, or whatever the hell the term is. That's usually what you say when something bad didn't happen to the person. We need time to, family time, and if you could just, I can't remember the exact phrase. Yeah, what about it, Cindy? Thanks, Luna Thomas. I still just want to find one damn car that matches, though. If I could just. All right, how about this truck right here? At 9:23, he's in the right-hand lane. I doubt it ever switched over. Okay, a big square truck. Given the distance here, we'd see it probably at 9:25 and some change in that far right-hand lane. All right, let's see. Oh, and of course, I don't have that one set up. Hold on, maybe I can do it, though. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I can use... I can't use that one. Let me move this out of the way for a second. There we go. Okay, is that this guy? 925-18, a big square truck in the right-hand lane. 923-14. That's got to be that one, wouldn't you say? That's that truck right there. Yeah. That looks pretty good. So about 2 minutes, right? So that's what makes it crazy. So it's 925-18, and this one is 923-14. Let's do an experiment though. Right after that truck, there's another truck. Oh, there's a trailer. Oh, I think that's the one right there. So then there's a truck and then a trailer right after it. All right. So let's see. Come on. Another truck not too long after, and then there's another truck, and then there's the next one, a trailer coming. No, that is the trailer, right? I mean, that is I think that's the one. So there's a truck. And there you go. That's the trailer at 9:25:21. And then we've got... So I think that is... What's the overlap pace there? That's weird too, because maybe it's these two that we're looking at. Although I don't think so. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, the big truck coming should be in the right-hand lane. And then in the middle lane, so that's the trailer. So that's interesting. And we go to this one, and we had... There was an extra... I'm just trying to verify this. I know, it's so dumb. I asked the guy, why don't they put the damn time on it? So there's one over there. So who knows what happened to this one, but I'm pretty sure that this one is that, and it's, you know, about 2 minutes. So now let's just assume that that's good. So now we know at 9:33 here, in 20 seconds, she's already stopped underneath the ahead. So if you go back 2 minutes, it's 9:31 and 26 seconds, and guess what, everybody? It's right in the middle of the glitch again. Oh yeah. So the glitch covers all the time that her car would ever be on that camera. Does she have a family member that works at the Alabama Department of Transportation? I mean, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me, everybody? Oh my God. That is pretty funny, though, dude. Wow. Wouldn't that be insane if that was really what happened? That somebody at the Department of Transportation, was it a family member who removed the 2 clips that showed exactly where she was at that exact time? Or the other vehicle? I don't know. Just... This is ridiculous, you guys. So, how long have we been on here? 2 hours and 40 minutes? I don't really have much more. Let's just watch right on the edge here and see if right at the freaking... She's driving. Maybe she was going a little slow. 9:31 here. Let me move it. 9:31 and 52 seconds. I don't think so. Oh well, we gave it a shot, though. We gave it a shot. Isn't that amazing, you guys? So, do you guys want to look at the Portland serial killer situation? I can show you some of the footage that I took at the various spots too, if you want to. Yeah, it's a crazy glitch that encompasses 2 different moments that were interesting as hell. Well, no, he gave me he actually gave me a free one, but if I get another one, then it's another $250 plus the... Then you can get another one for free. So he was really cool and gave me the free one there. So you guys, I think you guys, the freaks out there, all you guys helped cover the cost of the $250, because it's really about $350 worth of super chats. So you guys definitely got that. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What are you talking about, Missy? I don't get it. Yeah, because it's... I mean, 125. I wouldn't... I mean, I would... If they were $50, I would do it every time. But 250, my God, that takes me... That's like a whole show, you know. And well, actually more like 2, because I only, like I said, I donate over 50% of it. So Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of freeway cameras, but at this point, I'm just gonna move on to something else. But I got it saved, and I appreciate you guys all hanging here. It's pretty crazy. You gotta admit, the glitch time is nuts. Right when her car would be driving by here, it glitches, and then it glitches again right when a car had a blinker on and was going to turn into the hazard lane right exactly where her car pulled over. And watch, in real life, the car goes, oh shit, switches the signal to the left. He meant to put the left turn signal because he's switching lanes, and then he goes, but we'll never get to know because that video is missing forever. No shit, Shrubby, man, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's right, $250 for 2 videos that were glitched right in the most inopportune time. But the guy was really cool and nice. That's just how it is, That's how it turned out. He was like, wow, that's crazy, when I told him what was going on with it. So he has nothing to do with that. That's what he wanted you to think, Gray. That's why he said it like that. Well, thanks for subscribing, Darla. Everybody else, subscribe to the channel out there. We do a lot of good work over here. We're not as popular as some of the really big groups because we don't always cover the really sensational. This one just happened to be, like when I first covered it, I just thought, oh, I don't know. Jeez. Then it got really interesting, but I think it's going to all turn out to be where, something that she decided to do on her own, as I've said since the beginning. When you look at stuff logically, that's how it works. And sometimes you get thrown a curveball, like the pausing for 3 minutes. That does throw a curveball into it, because in the other story, she's just driving, and finally stops, and there's no kid or car there. But now we see that she does stop for 3 minutes out of camera view, which gives somebody time to do something. So therefore, it puts weight back into the nefarious side, if you know what I'm saying. So if you like somebody who actually thinks through stuff, where you kind of, can change and sort of go with what's going on, then good. It's not being wishy-washy either. It's following what the information's telling you. Right, exactly, Winston. No, we don't know anything about the story at all, Zozo. I mean, it could be like a really religious home or something that she felt like she didn't want to, have to be all the strict rules, and I mean, it could be a million different things. All right, I'm going to switch off of there. Thank you, Mercedes Rivera. Oh, and by the way, I am here. I'm just in the, with the light beaming right on my face. I can't wait to get my office set up, though. So if you're somebody that's new here, over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I've just been saving money and took some of my investments that I've had over the years, because the garage that we've had, my office right here has been in the living room for 10 years. It just takes up, it's an actual house door on top of 2 cabinets with 3 massive monitors. And the living room isn't a living room. It never has been. So we're converting the garage into an actual laundry room, bathroom, and an office, just for what I do here. And finally, it's happening, and we're already where they're putting the mud on the walls, and, pretty soon a door's coming in that seals the office off from the bathroom and laundry room. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, so the freaks have heard me wanting to do this for years and years and years, but it's finally happening. Yeah. Now, I've lived in the house for, gosh, since 1997 or something. Yeah, a long time. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be comfortable. I'm getting like a tile, Keystone Pirate, getting this tile that sort of looks like hardwood, but it's hard too, and then transitioning into where the bathroom and laundry room is. It's going to be sort of a tile looking floor, even though it's not really tile. Yeah. And then there's like a little cove where a refrigerator could go, and I'm having them put the cable outlet on a certain wall so I can have a TV up there. And that's going to be sweet, man. I'm just kind of like looking forward to, and it's kind of its own building too. So you walk outside, you know, it's still part of the house, but you just kind of go, it's an undercovered area, and then you go into that part. I have had different videos from time to time of it. I'll do a new one coming up here. Do a little walkthrough, maybe tomorrow or something. Huh? Yeah, she would be. I think she'd be on in this lane right here. If that's what you're talking about, right? Or am I just looking at it wrong? No, see, it's right here. She'd be in this lane, driving down, and yeah, coming down like this, and then right in this area is where she stopped with the blinkers on. No, it was right here actually. We figured out. So right there at 9:33, she had her blinkers on for 3 minutes. And then went this way. Okay, let me get off of this. Well, here's the guy right here. So, in the serial killer case in Portland, they've linked 4 victims, and the victims. Let's do it. What's her name? Real. There it is. So 6 Oregon women. I just put it in the woods, but Ashley Real, Kristen Smith, Charity Lynn Perry, and Bridget Leanne were all victims. I thought maybe also Joanna Speaks was related. I went out to that site also. Joanna Speaks is, let's see. I went out to that scene as well. Let me go to where she was found. Right here. And this green here is where my drone flew around. Like the building she was found in was right there. That's why it seems like it's related, because she's from the same general area as the other ones, and then found way out of town. Then you have Charity Perry, and I went down there. Let me show you some of this. Charity Perry. Let's see. Is it this one? Oh yeah, so this is where I originally stopped. And then there's a drone. Well, I have drone footage, so hold on. I got a drone out at this point. So there's this other culvert right here that I thought maybe she was in this one. So where we are right now on this video is, let's see, right here. See, there's a culvert right there. And then if you drove straight down here, you'd go underneath the road, the railroad tracks, and then go in that little neighborhood there. It's pretty much a dead end, really. It's a really creepy little tunnel here, though. I mean, I put my drone in there, and then it fell on the ground, and then I went out and walked in the damn thing and went and got it. Yeah, 10 years. Yep. So I thought maybe she was found in here, but I don't think so. I lost connection. I didn't even think of that aspect of it. Oh yeah, and there was a snake too when I walked down there. I don't know if you can ever see it, but it was huge. And then I think right here it was. And then I actually went in and got the damn thing. And now I'm carrying it as I'm walking out with it. Then there's another little area right there, right? So I thought maybe that was the one. Because they gave it, the directions they gave were that she was found near, I think, like a scenic highway and this road right here. And the scenic highway is right there, so I figured right here. And then then on the way out, on the way in and the way out, I recognized that there was a culvert right there. I'm just trying to find the one where I pull up to it. Yes, there's that one again. Oh, there's my drone. I think I was using the Mavic Mini that day. $46, $48. Let's try this one. Yeah, so this is where I'm leaving. I'm gonna go look. So I think it's this one right here.
That is a culvert.
Doesn't that make more sense?
Huh.
This culvert, where a person just drives in and dumps a body down there.
Okay, well that's interesting. And this is right at the intersection. Then there's obviously one to be.
Can't really hear it.
On this side too.
Nice shorts. Well, it was hot out there.
I don't know where it comes.
See, I think this right here sort of proves that something happened there. Why would this be cut down like this, right?
Brown snake. I don't know what it was.
Like, what would be the point of that? And it was freshly cut down when I was there.
That's the culvert.
So there's a culvert right there too.
You can definitely see all the way through it.
Right. So let me just let me go through some of this so people that don't know it, because I think this is going to be turned into something bigger here soon. So Joanna Speaks isn't one of them. It's Kristen Smith. All right. Oh, God, this is crazy. Let me just close everything down. I got like 97 windows open. When I was trying to get that video, just... Kristen Smith. My stomach's just... Alright, so where is Kristen Smith? And then she has this other look, so I don't know if she was a sex worker or like a dancer or something. But it seemed like there's some similarities between some of these. Authorities in Gresham, Oregon are looking for Kristen Smith. This is when she was missing. A 22-year-old woman who hasn't been seen in nearly 3 months. Reports aren't exactly clarifying why it took so long to report the Oregon woman missing, but her loved ones have expressed worry about her after going so long without contact. According to KPTV News, Kristen Reedus, who also uses the name Kristen Smith, was last in contact with her family around November 19th, 2022. At the time, she was reportedly at Mall 205, which is right near where all the rest of them hang out, a shopping mall in Portland. Nobody has seen or heard from her since that day, which has them worried. They say Kristen never... I'm just sort of wondering if this guy is a little bit like the serial killer in... like he would answer ads or something and hook up with these people. I don't know. I don't know what they do, but I know that a lot of them were doing drugs at some point. Her family is concerned about her primarily because they claim that she was in an abusive relationship in the past. This comment indicates that they fear for her safety due to the former romantic partner. Right, so that one, turns out that was completely off. So then on May of this year,
Family is looking for answers after the remains of their missing loved one were found in southeast Portland.
So this is May 25th, her body was found.
The discovery came in February, but today investigators confirmed that they are the remains of the Gresham woman who was reported missing late last year. Fox 12's So-Young Kim sat down with her family and joins us now live in southeast Portland with the story. So-Young?
Pete, Nora, we're here on southeast Deerdorf Road, where authorities say the remains were found in this wooded area nearby. The family tells me this isn't the update they were praying for, and now they want answers.
Kristen loved the parks, the outdoors.
Kristen Smith's family says they'll always remember her contagious smile.
The giggle. That girl had a laugh that was very unique.
The 22-year-old was reported missing at the end of last year. Her family hadn't let up hope searching for her.
I had dinner with her the last time I saw her, and
she was found somewhere around here.
She loved her cat very, very much.
The Portland Police Bureau says they responded to reports of human remains found in a wooded area near southeast Deerdorf Road and Flavel Street on February 19th. Now authorities have confirmed the remains belong to Kristen.
I think of her every moment of every day.
And her family's search has turned into one for answers.
What happened? I know she didn't just suddenly die out there. Somebody did something.
Loved ones gathered at her family's home to not only grieve the unimaginable loss, but to share cherished memories. They remember her creative spirit.
Showed me how to do my hair, nails, makeup, all of it.
Yeah, he's in jail right now.
And makeup and eyelashes. That girl was left-handed and she could
The suspect's in jail currently.
Draw. She was a really good artist.
And found some comfort.
Yeah, so she was found. And then, let's see. Then there's another one, Charity Perry. Longview woman found dead near Ainsworth State Park, and I just showed you where she was. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office is investigating suspicious death after finding a Longview, Washington woman dead near Ainsworth State Park in East Multnomah County. The body of Charity Lynn Perry was discovered shortly after 1:30 p.m. April 24th in a culvert near East Historic Columbia River Highway and Northeast Tumult Road, the Sheriff's Office said in a statement Thursday. Perry was frequently seen near Southwest Washington Street and 4th Avenue in downtown Portland at the beginning of March, according to the statement. That area is home to the Washington Center building, the site of a former open-air fentanyl market. That was cleared by police. Now the thing is this guy that was arrested has been linked to fentanyl. So is it possible that he's linked by selling them these fentanyl that's deadly and it killed all of them? And maybe then he's not really a serial killer, but he'd be called, I don't know what you're called at that point. Hey, thank you so much, Karen Andrews. Thank you for your hard work. Not much, but well, it's awesome. I mean, it's a lot to me. But consider yourself tipped. Congrats on the new office. Yeah. Yeah. The sheriff's office did not provide additional information. Okay, so let's just kind of just skip through some of these. Like what does this one say?
Chewbacca?
Yeah. So right here, look at how. Don't you think that's interesting?
Thanks for the hard work. Not much, but consider yourself dipped. Coffee, congrats, clapping hands on new office.
This one was way out in the middle of nowhere. Her body. See, that's really crazy to me how far away that she was. So I got some really interesting drone footage out here on this one. I was just flying it around, but that's just from my head. I'm not sure what good that does. Yeah, there you go. Here's the DJI. I think this one is where I think she was, right down in this. So it was, let me show you where this is. I mean, this is like 45, 50 miles away, really far away. And they said it was near this river and this road. And this is really the only spot where it really gets close. I mean, it kind of is over there. And so I'm thinking that it was right here. And where I am right now with that drone is right there. Okay. So we'll get back to the... Doesn't sound like there's any audio on the drone. I think she was maybe like right over here. And this is me coming back. I almost hit the tree though. I remember I was looking at it thinking, holy crap. And even right there, look how, man, that was nuts. Really windy out there too, so I was struggling with it. Really small little drone. The wind can just blow it away if it's too much. So I think it's right here. See how this is just a perfect place to have thrown a body? Down sort of a crazy side road or something. And there's this weird crap on the ground right here too. So, anyways. Her story is... authorities are requesting assistance from the public for information about a suspicious death. Another suspicious death, right? The Polk County Sheriff's announced Wednesday. And you know what's weird is I don't know if it would be they wouldn't call it suspicious if it was fentanyl. Do you guys agree with that? I think if it was fentanyl, they would be saying it looks like an overdose. Suspicious death sounds like something else. So I think I'm going to kind of lean in that direction. You know. Officials say that the body of Milwaukee resident Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster was found Sunday afternoon on Harmony Road near Mill Creek. According to the sheriff's office, Webster was known to frequent Portland and Oregon City. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is requesting that anyone who knew Webster or has information about her death to contact detectives. So you got that one. Then we have Ashley Real. Hers has a little bit more sort of, I don't know if the word texture is the right one, but so that's her, and it says, Portland police are asking for the public's help in finding missing 22-year-old woman. Ashley Real was seen at a fast food restaurant, it's actually a Burger King, in the 1200 block of Southeast Division Street Monday, March 27. Police said they also believe she was at Gateway Transit Center that same day. So it's interesting because a few different people have been connected to the Gateway Transit Center. Police said all leads to her location have been exhausted. She's 4'11" and weighed 85 pounds. Really tiny. That's her right there going into the Burger King. And where that is located Yeah, so the Burger King is right here, and apparently she lived right there. And there's Clackamas Town Center, and there's the 205 Transit Center, so it's close to her house. Anyone who sees her is asked to call 911. That's when she was missing. And then I think they're still seeking information. This one has a little bit more. Was last seen at a fast food restaurant in the 12,000 block of Southeast Division Street on March 27, 2023. We have information that she may also been at the Gateway Northeast 99th Avenue Transit Center MAC station. Ashley has not been found or heard from. And leads have been exhausted. She is a Hispanic female, 4'11", 85 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, with piercing in her nose. She was last seen wearing probably a black jacket, a gray hooded sweatshirt, black pants, and white shoes. That's her right there. That's what she's wearing in the video. If you see Ashley, please call 911. Ashley Real. Okay, so this is, that's her. Then her remains. So remains ID'd as missing 22-year-old Portland woman, death suspicious. Detectives have identified human remains that were found earlier this month in the Eagle Creek area. I used to go fishing there when I was a kid. Pretty far away. As those of a missing Portland woman, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office said Wednesday. Ashley Real, 22, was last seen at a fast food restaurant. That's her picture right there again. And at that time, there was a unidentified Native American woman, but I think that was drug related. All 6 of these were mentioned a long time ago, and now they have a connection. This one speaks here doesn't seem, at this point, they don't have a connection yet. But these 3 and all due to the individual that we mentioned earlier. And where she was found was way out here again. It's almost like he kills them and then drives them far away. And just being out there recently, I got out there and my drone actually didn't work. Well, it worked. I just left the crucial component of the drone at home, which was, of course, the battery. No, wait. What I left was the remote control. There you go. Good times, good times. Yeah. So I think it was right here. There's a guy that said he went fishing in this area, and I believe just by going out there, because we asked the guy on the road when we were there, and he said, yeah, down there by the old quarry ponds, there were cop cars all parked around there, right? So what do these look like to you guys right here? I mean, if those aren't quarry ponds, I don't know what are. And he said just right down there a little bit, and we were standing at the time, we were right there on this, literally pulled into the spot right here. And he said, yeah, just down there by the quarry ponds. And he pointed that they were on that side of the road. And if you go right here, you can see this little private road right here that you could see. Maybe in the night you drive up the side there, or just in this area you take them through the woods in the middle of the night, like park right there and then take them that way, something like that, or even on the other side of the road. So got that one, and I think that covers the 4 people that they're associating. So what do you guys think? I think that, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Because those are the 4 I go, how could they not be related? They all were sort of in the same area. Their bodies are put far away from the last place they were seen. And you're saying that there's just 4, and we don't get a lot of deaths like that out here. I mean, in Chicago, you would go, oh yeah, that was last Wednesday. Yeah, you just don't know. Here, it's pretty unusual, especially all jumped up. And guess what? He was arrested in July. Let me get his information. So I'll read this part again. We were reading it earlier. Come on, KATU. There you go. So this is what we read earlier. It says, investigators say they have a person of interest in the deaths of 4 women found killed in Northwest Oregon since February, the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office said Monday. What's weird, though, is Kristen Smith was likely killed in November, not February. At this point, no one has been formally charged with the deaths of Kristen Smith, Charity Perry, Bridget Webster, and Ashley Real. According to the DA's office, investigators have interviewed several people in connection with the women's cases, and they have identified at least one person of interest that is linked to all 4 of the decedents. They said they don't believe there's any danger to the community, and that's because he's been arrested. Those familiar with the investigation say the person of interest, 38-year-old Jesse Lee Calhoun, is currently booked in the Snake River Correctional Institution. Let me check something out on his criminal history here. I already had it open, so criminal, and yeah, he's got violation, driving while suspended, attempt to commit Class A felony, burglary in the first degree, aggravated theft in the first degree, unlawful entry into a motor vehicle, theft in the third degree, identity theft, burglary in the second degree, criminal mischief in the second degree, unauthorized use of a vehicle, possession of a stolen vehicle, burglary in the first degree. And this is somebody that our governor thought, let's let him out. Assaulting a law enforcement animal, assaulting a public safety officer, interfering with law enforcement animal, unlawful possession of methamphetamine, so that's a little weird, interfering with peace, parole, and probation officer, resisting arrest, felon in possession of a firearm. I didn't realize it was going to go on this long. Unauthorized use of a vehicle, unlawful possession of methamphetamine, unlawful possession of a firearm, identity theft, unauthorized use of a vehicle, possession of a stolen vehicle, unauthorized use of a vehicle. Some of these are in the same case, the pile-on thing. Possession of a stolen vehicle, violation, driving with suspended, revoked, driving uninsured, improper display of validating stickers, they were expired, violation, driving while suspended, possession of stolen vehicle, failure to perform duties of driver properly. Hold on. Oh my God. I'm not going to go through these. That's the longest. And then there was assault felony. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, he's got assault third degree, assault third degree, assault fourth degree, assault fourth degree, assault fourth degree, assault. I mean, literally, there was like 15 more full pages. I'm not going to go through those. Yeah, so described by the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office as a prolific thief and criminal. I think that's a pretty good description. What do you guys think? Calhoun has a criminal history that dates back to when he was 18 years old. He was serving a sentence on burglary when he was among the inmates granted clemency by former Oregon Governor Kate Brown, roughly a year shy of his release date, for fighting wildfires. Yeah, good for him, How about he should fight wildfires? Oregon Governor Tina Kotek's office said she revoked that commutation on July 3rd at the request of Multnomah County DA's office, and he was readmitted to corrections custody on July 6th. So now he's back in the prison system. But hopefully they're going to add, he's only got a little, I'm not sure how that works because he was supposed to get out already anyway. We asked for a comment. Former Governor Brown said, "I'm absolutely horrified for the victims, their families." How about you're horrified for your stupid behavior, Governor Brown, for letting him out? How about next time? So this is what I always say, everybody. I've said this theory 1,000 times. How about this? Whenever you got governors or these judges who let pedophiles out and governors who let all these criminals out, how about they get to stay at your house first for the first few months or first week or two, and then if you still feel the same, you can let them out on the streets. Okay? Do you know how quickly these guys will go, oh, did I say I'd let them out? No, I meant to... Yeah, there's no way Kate Brown would let this psycho live at her house. There's no chance in hell. But it's okay to put him out on the streets with everybody else, everybody. It's okay, as long as it's not in my house. And that's sort of a common way of that people think, these idiots that make the decisions. The 4 deaths are among several similar cases reported across the Northwest Oregon and Northwest Washington region over the past several months. Portland police officials previously said there was no reason to believe that the deaths were connected. As an effort to address rumors that were circulating online, they now say at least 4. See, the thing is they originally said they don't see a connection, but then somebody leaked and said, I think there is, we do think there's a connection. And now, finally, they now say at least 4 of those cases are connected, but it was unclear whether that is because of new evidence brought to light. The U.S. Marshal Service confirmed that they helped with Calhoun's apprehension on July 6th at the request of Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. Perry was found dead in April near Ainsworth Park. Investigators said she was from Longview, Washington, but was known to frequent downtown Portland. Webster's body was found later in April near Mill Creek in Polk County. She was also known to frequent the Portland metro area including Oregon City and Milwaukee. Real, 22, was last seen at a fast food restaurant on Southeast Division on March 27. She was found in the Eagle Creek area in May. Detectives want anyone who may have helpful information on any of these women to get a hold of the agency. What did they say about Smith, though? Oh, Smith was first reported missing in December of last year and was found deceased on February 19th. So, anyways, pretty crazy. There was one sort of official document, this joint release here, so I can read this one. Huh? What are you guys talking about? The audio of whose call? How about we stick to this case for a little bit? Do you guys mind? Or, you know, just... Anyways, investigators and prosecutors from Multnomah law enforcement agencies have been working collaboratively on numerous death investigations in Northwest Oregon, and they have determined that there are links between 4 cases: Kristen Smith, Charity Perry, Bridget Webster, and Ashley Real. These investigators and prosecutors from 9 different law enforcement agencies have been in regular communication and have been working collaboratively on these investigations for several months. These agencies include the Gresham Police Department, Police Bureau, etc., etc. No charges have been filed against anyone in connection with any of these 4 death investigations. Investigators have interviewed multiple people in connection with these cases and have identified at least one person of interest that is linked to all 4 of the decedents. Based on the available information to investigators, there is not believed to be any active danger to the community at this time. No additional information, including the nature of the information that links these 4 cases together, is being released at this time. As these are ongoing death investigations, the cause and manner of death is in each remains undetermined. So then they list the 4 again right here. Investigators continue to seek the public's help in each of these investigations. Anyone with information about these cases is asked to contact the appropriate investigator or investigative agency. Media requests regarding da-da-da-da. So anyways, I mean, here are the victims right here. This is Kristen Smith, Charity Perry, Bridget Webster, and Ashley Real right there. All right, awesome. Now get back to the Carlee case. Any other thoughts on that one? I know that's what most people want to talk about, but I think it's also important to talk about a serial killer that is likely is in custody again, a case that we've been covering for quite a long time on here. Even going to over time, I've gone to 4 of the different crime scenes. Yeah. All I can think about is the protests in Portland, but yeah, Portland's just nuts. So how about we do a poll on the other one now? Because apparently that's all people want to be talking about anyway. So what do we got? I'm just going to say question. One big. Okay. Was that too long? Oh, crap. There you go. There's your poll question. It's one big fake story or something else. That's really all you got. That's where we're at. It's starting to sound like it's one big fake story. Yeah, and what is that? Don't you think like a lot of us, Nikki Zubs, not just Sean? Or is there a little bit of a love connection going on there? It's a psyop, and it's meant to distract. I'm not jealous at all, I can tell you that. Let's see. Hey Sean, I think we agree. What are you doing later? You pushed the wrong button? Did Carlee's boyfriend make... Yeah, he did. I read that one yesterday. Yeah, he's talking about like it's a kidnapping. You sort of wonder if he's part of it. In a way. But why would he be? It almost seems like she was crying out for attention. But what's the point? I mean, they do have a huge like a GoFundMe account set up. Yeah, we saw the flatbed. Both of them. Hey Nikki, I was just goofing around, man. Don't worry about it. God. She disappeared after that. I don't know about a Well, I thought there was some sort of fun set up. Somebody was reading off numbers from it earlier. I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was something else, like some sort of a fun. No, a reward fund is what I meant. So that seems like it was serious, but if you know, you can always set up a big reward fund. That's right, it wasn't a GoFundMe. It was. There's just so many things flying around on the peripheral. It's hard to figure it out. Yeah, so I figured that's what you're doing. Well, I don't agree with that, Sean. Yeah. I mean, whatever the danger is, maybe. I mean, maybe there's some danger, but I think she's doing it all on her own, like free will. Yeah, so there was donations made to a reward fund, right? That's what I'm talking about, not a GoFundMe. But the information in the video that I purchased earlier, not the second one, the first one, it really, having the car stop for 3 minutes with blinking hazard lights, that sort of opened the door for anything. We don't know what happened during those 3 minutes. And then it helps explain there isn't a second loop. Because if she had pulled over to a crying toddler right there and then got abducted, somebody else may have driven her car the other 0.4 miles and got out of the car and then went into the woods and met up with somebody back on the road that's behind both locations. Again? You keep changing your mind all over the place, Zozo. God. Like every 5 seconds. What made you change your mind this time? The 3 minutes that the car was blinking is weird. I mean, it does help the nefarious side, for sure. But what about all this leaked information that somebody's mentioning? Do we have to go look at that, or? God, 3 hours and 28 minutes. Okay, the newest rumor. Okay, that's the one. So this is just a rumor, okay? But the person named her Carlee Russell Smollett. I mean, that's just, come on. We don't know anything yet. But it's the same thing somebody typed in. The rumor, I'm not really a rumor person, but it's the same thing the person typed in the chat. I see. So it's basically she planned on disappearing, but realized it wasn't going to work out, so then came back. Something like that. All it needed to happen is, if they want to stop the rumor mills, law enforcement needs to come forward and say, this is what we have so far, and then call it a day. Except the information might be where the public, because it's got kind of big on social media, the public might be angry with the people and cause extra problems for them. I think she did make it up myself. Yeah, the glitch is crazy that it covers the car that is turning, and then it covers the time. The way I wouldn't think it was weird is if you could find me a camera, completely out of the area in some other spot that also glitched at the same time, then it wouldn't bother me anymore. But it still doesn't bother me as much now that it showed up in the other camera. That just happens to be the timing, because in some ways her car stopping for a little bit of time, the theory that works with that doesn't include the car that pulls over and that's signaling up above, in front of her. Do you get it? The one that works is for 3 minutes she stopped, somebody abducts her, then somebody else drives her car and parks it and then runs into the woods. The person that had their signal on to pull into the hazard lane, that we don't know if they were going to do that, but it sure looked like it. That would be if you know, like somebody was waiting for over there, and somebody dropped that person off, so that the signal was actually dropping them off, because as you see later, there's no car still parked there. So that means some guy was dropped off there, and then she's going down the road and then like driving slow because that person is sort of, oh, I'm right up here, just a little bit further, yeah, a little bit further, and then she finds, okay, there you are, and then sort of pulls over and then gets out. So those are the two stories, but they're not connected then. That means when, in that story, when she pulled over, it had nothing to do with, there's nothing nefarious that happened. She just pulled over randomly. So those are the two stories that I think are in play. I'm not sure what nefarious angle. I mean, the first one is the nefarious one. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that got here late, but we got the second camera at mile marker 14, and there's a glitch that happens at 9:30 and 4 seconds on, or basically 5 seconds on both shots. If I put this there, you'll see it. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom! Everything's different. See? That's on that camera, right? Then we go over to the other one. And here we go. Well, let's go back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! Totally different. So it's exactly the same. See? Pretty wild. On both cameras. I'm going to say that the fact that they glitched on both cameras makes it seem less nefarious to me. It just so happens that when it glitched, I mean, it's crazy that the glitch includes two important moments. So I don't know. It just seems weird that they both glitched at exactly the same amount of time on both cameras. That means it was more of a system thing than individually going over to the camera and removing exactly the same exact seconds in time. It seems like you would go over to each video and remove a certain segment, but then you'd say, well, no, then it would be obvious that it was edited. So they had to make it look like a system glitch, right? So that's what the counter theory to that would be. All right, you guys. Well, I think I'm about done here. This has been a long one, a long day again. Yeah, so today was 3 hours earlier, then an hour and 20 minutes with putting out the camera footage, and then another 3 hours and 35 minutes. And thank you guys very much for supporting the channel, and really, very generous there. Thank you so much. So let's see, man, this can take a long time. So thank you to Regina Carter. Hey, if you're out there, you should become a channel member as well. You get the cool emojis, and sometimes I make community posts for just channel members, or convert a live stream to channel members, stuff like that. There's really inexpensive options too, $1.99 or $4.99 or $9.99. That's it. Should never have had the $1.99 one, but it's there now. So thanks Regina Carter, Cheyenne R, Cindy J, Allie Cake, John Wolf, Rios, Yee, Danielle, Allie Cake, Teresa Murray, Lovely Woolcock, Steve W.P. Mack, Wendy Woobles, I haven't seen you in a while, Lane Doon, LM, Laura, LM, Your Gypsy, Sophie Lee 22, Yeah, let's go through these again. I'll actually read the super chats that people give because you know that the thing wasn't working at the beginning. So anyway, Regina Carter said, "Trying this one more time, Gray. Prepayment for my early birthday song tomorrow." Oh, okay, so it's going to be. Don't forget, everybody. It's Regina Carter's birthday tomorrow. Cheyenne R, Cindy J, Allie K. Cheyenne said Freak Wave. Then John Wolf said Camera Footage Fund. Rio said, "Thank you for all you do for these cases. Hit the like button, everyone." Then Yee, Danielle, Allie Cake, Teresa Murray, Lovely Wilcox said, "This just screams Papini or Smollett to me." Yep. And then Steve WP Max said, "Thanks for all your work to cover these stories." And Wendy Woobles, this is so super chat worthy. Lane Dune. LM said, "How do we know that the blinking car is hers?" Well, when the cops got there, it was her car. Laura. LM says, "Damn glitch."
Winking face, embarrassed smiley face. JK good night, Gray.
Well, thanks, Nikki Zibs. I should call my show The Love Boat. As a fact, that song right there is good for it. Your Gypsy. Sophie Lee 22 said, "Great work as usual. Thanks, Gray." Calamity Colleen said, "Thanks for supporting missing and murdered Indigenous women." Ninja said, "Thank you. Very interesting stuff. Still undecided on if it was a lie or not." I think that's too loud. Lie or not, we have to know the truth. We are paying for this with our tax dollars. American Lady, Georgina Stoliker, at 9:34 and 30 seconds, and before car starts moving, you can see for a flash second, looks like a cell phone. I think that's just light on the poles that hold up the sign. Brad Walden said, "Thank you." Just Junie held out a cup of coffee. Just Junie, yeah. I changed my name so Gray doesn't have to be embarrassed by me anymore. Yeah, she had I'm not really embarrassed. I just can't say it because we don't do spirit boxes and shit like that. Amy Snow or Ashy Snow said, "Peace, love, and freaks." BJ Sauerbray said, "Sorry, I missed. Why is timestamp on video tonight different than your video today?" Car showed up at 9:31. Yeah, because I found the missing minute 46. That's why. There's somebody pointed out in the I didn't find it out actually. Somebody in the video said, "Hey, did you notice that a car has a light turning in and boom?" And then I went and verified it, and then I was able to determine the length of time by assuming that the entire rest of the video was on time. It is, because there's no glitching. And so, you just slide everything over to the right to go to the 10 o'clock hour, and then everything else is to the left, and then you find out where the difference is in the middle there. Brandy Clary said, "Super chats and membership in case Gray has to purchase another camera clip." She put that as a message. American Lady, and then geez, Bloodhounder, here you go for the video. The Velvet Army, Pirate Girl, Sean Pellegrino said, "Camera footage fun." Amy Celeste, Lynn's Q, and then Navi with a cat eye from Canada. "Let's do it." Eugenie, It's All Rosy. Ginny Surfer, Camera Footage Fun. Kathleen Thatch, Camera Court. Empty Nest Gardens, you know what they say about curiosity. It kills the cat. Jessica Schubach, new video fun for Gray's keen eyeballs. M-Time, Prying Paula, two psychos see pretty girl stopped, force her into their car and at gunpoint. One tries to steal her car, but hears sirens and escape through the woods. Yeah, but where'd their car go? Rena Dudley. But that footage, we making it rain. Buy that footage, we making it rain. Yeah. That was mainly for the first video that I bought. Let's see. Ozzy thinks Starbucks is pretty crappy coffee. Delta, Delta, Delta for the footage. Cindy, let's go. Kathy 205, I don't post, but I appreciate, Gray, what you do. Well, thank you. Betty Smith for the footage reimbursement fund. Kathleen Thatch, is that a residential area? Yeah, yes, behind it. It's a really nice high-end neighborhood. Jen, thank you. Play-Doh. As in Play-Doh, you know, the gooey stuff you'd play with when you were a kid. JB said thank you. No, not the JB from Brown Eyed Girl 714. Amy and Todd Stakely. Gray, the truth has been leaked out from Hoover Police Department that she made everything up. Also, several employees have been reprimanded for leaking the info. Luna Thomas. Lola said, Luna Thomas said, could this happen under the underpass? I don't think that was an underpass. It wasn't. It was just below the camera, so it sort of feels like that. Lola J. Wildest theory I've heard. Alien abduction. There you go. Mercedes Rivera. Keep it up. Marie Anderson. 12 months as a megazoid. Karen Andrews. Thanks for the hard work. Not much, but consider yourself tipped. Congrats on new office. Then Nikki Zubs said, talk to you later. Sean. Just kidding. Yes, just kidding. Good night, Gray. So, yeah, I think the whole hotel thing was real now. And the reason I think the hotel phone call and everything was real was how quickly after that she shows up at the house. So there was something definitely real going on. It was the same night, all of a sudden now she shows up at the house. So something was happening, and what she was doing, we don't know. Hopefully we get answers, but don't you think it's interesting that the FBI was out there trying? Maybe it was when she was missing and they were still looking, so they jumped on board really quick and were like, hey, we don't see anything here. But you sure have that damn glitch in there, you guys. Yeah, I just think it's really obvious that that red roof in was a real thing. All very interesting per usual. Great show, Gray. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let me see where that red roof inn was. I had it on here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So, I don't know. It's pretty long. I don't know if you could walk there. I think she was driven and then walked a little bit of the way. It's about probably 6 miles or 7 or something. Probably 8 walking. I don't think she'd want to walk 8 miles. So, anyways, you guys, thank you very much. Oh, you can't. It doesn't matter if you can see it or not. Anyway, so thank you all very much for being here. Appreciate it. And, yeah, the red roof inn's about 8 miles away. We showed it the other night. I mean, it's not like you need to see where, do you need to see it? I mean, here it is, everybody. Look. There's a red roof inn over here, okay? She lives right over here. So there you go. Here we go. Let me get you the exact distance so you can really just see this. 6.95 miles as a crow flies. Isn't that awesome? Okay, cool. All right. Where's your other face, Zozo? I like the one with just a straight line, eyeballs and the mouth. You know? That one's so much better. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. So look at that. Isn't it interesting that the Red Roof Inn is on the same side of the highway she disappeared to? There you go. I like that one. I like that one. Thank you. All right, you guys. We'll see you later. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out the door if you haven't hit it. And the good old subscribe button. There might be days where you don't like me, and there might be days you like me. Doesn't really matter. I cover true crime the same way every single day. Trying to look at it from, what are the known pieces of information and put together the puzzle pieces, as it were, in a rational way. So, thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. Hey, what does it sound like with this? Let me try that other music. We'll play it again. That almost kind of works. Let's see. Woohoo! Oh, bam! Hey, thanks. Those are... That's a whole different kind of dance now. With the trigger body. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's pretty sweet. Hey. Okay, let's try it again. This one works too. That's the trigger bunny, everybody. Oh yeah, everybody love the trigger bunny. Don't let the trigger bunny help you. Well, why wouldn't you let him help you? Well, I know, this one's just goofy. Oh yeah. It's so funny. Alright, now we'll just do the original. Oops. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person. Not even one? That is a... Not even one crime dissector. Like rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Lori makes me laugh. Gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a puppeteer. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector. Mary Lou, doesn't it? With all respect, y'all. Just remember I've a temple fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I no pretender, and I'll send it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody? Talk to you.
Alright, everybody, thank you. Good night, everybody. Gee.
Alright, see you later, Mary Lou.
Good night, Greg.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. We gave it a shot with the other footage. Really strange how the exact time frame that you would expect to see her car coming from the north was also part of the same time frame glitch of the first car who had the turn signal on, just about to pull over, where she ended up putting her car at a later point. So it was really kind of depressing like that, but hey, we gave it a shot, right, everybody? I mean, we got the video footage. We were there, and nope. It just didn't pan out. And when I say there, I mean, you know, we were there doing it. Did you hear Gray? He said he was there. My God, he's probably at the crime scene. He flew back to Portland after he... Yeah. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.
Good night, everybody. Gee.
Again?
Well, I had another opening, so I gave it a shot.
Okay. That's what I figured. All right. See you guys later.